because we're going to a pub crawl later.
Awesome. Nice. Okay, I think we're live.
I think we are too.
Yeah, there it goes. It's up.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys all hear me? Everything's all okay?
Yep.
No problem.
I gotta start pausing some things here, otherwise we're gonna start echoing. Awesome. Okay, let me pop the chat out. How's everybody doing tonight? I don't know how many people we got in here yet, but yeah, we're just gonna kind of do a live working, non-working hangout. Just shoot the breeze. Try to maybe do a little bit of work. If you guys want to ask us questions and stuff like that, please feel free. If you guys want to join us on the show, let me know, and I'll take and send you a link. You guys can take and pop in and what have you. So, hey, Glenn, you want me to take and send you a link? You want to pop in, bud? It's Johnny Kramer. How you doing, Johnny?
My dogs are getting very vocal. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm upstairs right now, so I'm waiting for mine to lose its mind here. Probably about as soon as the post op or the mail lady comes. I already dropped off about 4 packages, all my big stuff, but
all right.
Just sold another shirt. I don't know. Do you guys? Is there some with Nat Nast, guys, that I don't know about? Because I have sold 3 Nat Nast items this week.
Good for you. None of mine's moving.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I sold a 1/4 zip pullover and 2 silk button front like Hawaiian shirts all this week, and I was like, going, "What is going on?" I go, "Is there a show? Did it get?" I have no idea, but it was. I think I literally sold. I think that was all that I had in my inventory. I had 3 pieces in my inventory, and I sold all 3 of them this week. I thought it was just bizarre.
I think I have.
It is odd. You know, it's winter time, and I sold a Hawaiian shirt as well last week. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's two Hawaiian. I had 2 Hawaiian shirts and a 1/4 zip pull. You know, it was a nice 1/4 zip pullover, you know, kind of sweater. So I mean, that I understood, but I was like, what in the heck? And I go, Nat Nast. I go, you know, not that it's a bad brand by any means, but it was like, it was just weird that all 3 of them in my inventory went this week. I mean, that's just really bizarre.
Well, it's cruise season. I mean, people are buying stuff for after the holidays. A lot of people go on cruises, so a lot of that summer stuff and like Hawaiian shirts sell this time.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's, you're right.
True.
Okay. Yeah, Glenn said he might join us a little later. He's working. Yeah, Glenn, just feel free to just send me a message or whatever, and I'll send you a link, buddy, if you want to take and pop in. Because yeah, we'll probably hang out for a little bit. I don't know how long we'll all hang out on here, but I got a couple little things to do, and we're going to kind of try and work, just BS a little bit. Looks like we got, about 22, 25 people in the chat. So if you guys, if you got any questions for us or anything like that, or if you guys want to jump in here and join us, please feel free. We're more than happy to have you jump in here and shoot the breeze with us. So, hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy? I see Brian Notebook Pickers in the chat.
We have the fantastic tie photographer in the chat too, James Pace. That's the guy that does the black reflective ties. Andy.
Oh, no kidding. Oh my God, those are amazing. Yeah, I know exactly the guy you're talking about. Okay, James Pace is the one that, yeah, I think we were talking about him last week, weren't we, Justin?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, man, yeah, he does amazing work. I love it. God, I wish I could get my ties to look like that, because they just look like luxurious. And man, the money he gets out of even like some basic ties is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I don't pick up a whole lot of ties, but every once in a while I'll find something decent. I've actually been lucky. I think the last 3 I've picked up, I've actually sold. All the other ones in my inventory have been dead ones. They just started moving. But the last 3 I've picked up, I've done really good. And I think I've gotten over $40 a tie on the last 3 that I've picked up. So done pretty well. You know, to get $40 out of $1 or $1.50 tie, that's some pretty good money. So
absolutely.
You know, and then they only cost about $2.60 to ship. So that's not too bad. How's your guys' week going so far?
Busy.
Yeah, busy. Had a pretty busy week. You guys moving a lot, selling a lot.
Been pretty good. Today's been slow, but yesterday was banging. Yesterday was really good. So
yeah, actually, I had a really good day yesterday as well. Today, I think I've only had one today so far, which is not the greatest. Like I said, yeah. So it's been quiet. Justin will probably blow up here in a minute. My God, I think was it last week? Would you have about 8, 9 sales, and we did like about a 2-hour show?
It was all just it was no bangers. It was all just very like bread and butter, salt and pepper type sales.
Awesome.
But today's been I'm at 124 so far for the day.
That's a good day, considering I'm only at like 26 for the day. So I'm hoping that changes drastically here, but
I'm like the same as you, Andy. I've got like $20-something for today, but I'm listing like crazy. Like I'm gonna sit here and list till we go to our Christmas sweater party tonight at 7 o'clock. So
awesome.
I'm probably gonna get close to 100 up. That's my hope.
Yeah, I'm really trying to avoid town right now because they're doing the 12 bars of Christmas in my local town. They have 3 buses full of people that like a couple of the bar owners actually like are doing like charter buses. They have 3 of them that they're carting people around in, plus the regular people. And when I went uptown to go drop my packages off earlier, basically like one of our main bar rows where like a lot of the bars are is right next to my post office. And I'm like, oh crap, where am I gonna park? Because I mean, it was just full of cars and all these people are all out. They're all dressed up. I should have turned my phone on and just because everybody's all dressed up and stuff like that. I mean, it looks really cool. And
I'm ready.
Yeah, there you go, Lord.
I'm ready.
Sweater? Wait,
My dog doesn't like it though. She's scared.
Hold on.
Yeah, my wife's actually working at one of the bars uptown. And her and one of the other gals she works with. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have all seen Christmas Vacation. The best favorite. Christmas, in my opinion, the best Christmas movie.
It is, dude. It's awesome.
She's really crafty. You know, obviously you guys know my love-hate relationship with Hobby Lobby and all that good stuff. So, anyway.
Wait. What's your love-hate relationship with Hobby Lobby?
Oh my God. If you follow me for any length of time, and I know you're still new, but oh my God, my wife loves Hobby Lobby. Okay. And mind you, like I said, I live in in the middle of a cornfield, you know, so whenever we go out of town, we always have to stop at Hobby Lobby. It's about an hour away from my house. My wife loves to craft and do stuff like that. So, and it turns into a dang adventure. I mean, it's like, she'll be in there 45 minutes to an hour and I go nuts. So it's just, it's horrible. But so anyway, she bought a bunch of vinyl and stuff, and she made like the shirts. So the one scene in Christmas Vacation where goes, why is the floor wet, Todd? I don't know, Margo. Or I think Margo goes, hey Todd, why is the floor wet? I don't know, Todd. Blah blah blah. So anyway, she made these 2 shirts that go along with with the scene of that, and they're wearing like those today. And
yeah, I need one like that for my thing tonight.
They were actually pretty cute, but I was sitting there and I'm watching her this morning. I was doing some listing. I was up about 4:30 this morning. I was doing a bunch of listing and I'm watching her and she's out here weeding. I don't know if you know anything about doing like vinyl, like the cricket vinyl and stuff. She loves that stupid machine and she's on about her 3rd one now. And so she's out here weeding this thing. And it's full of all these like snowflakes and poinsettias, and then it has all the other writing. And then she was making like an iron-on so she could put it on like a shirt. I was like, how long is that going to take you? And she goes, I don't know. She goes, I wasn't thinking. And she goes, well, I should have had my shirts 2 days ago because she bought these shirts from this place called Jiffy Shirts. So, and she goes, I paid extra for 2 days shipping, and she ordered them Sunday night. She had to go to UPS yesterday morning to go get the shirts because she didn't even think she was going to have it. Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh.
I was like, didn't you pay for it? She goes, yeah. She goes, I paid for 2 days. She goes, and I realized, she goes, you know, she gets it. She knows, you know, I mean, I do a lot of shipping. So she goes, I get it. Wednesday, the post office was closed for George Washington. Or not. Did I just say George Washington? George Bush's George Bush's birthday. Wow, I got it. Hey guys, okay. I've been doing this for a while, so this may happen. This may happen the entire show, so I do have an excuse for Bush's funeral observance. And she's like, man, she goes, it's like Thursday. She goes, I still haven't got my. She goes, they should have been here, you know, by now. So she called UPS, said, yeah, they're at our thing. She goes, if you know, they told her if you want them right away, you're going to have to be out here first thing in the morning before they go on a truck. Otherwise, they aren't going to make it till late Friday night. So she had to go and like intercept them at the UPS. So, yeah, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, so she was working on that, and they took her a while. But anyway,
we have a Hobby Lobby, Andy. It's part of that complex. It's like 800 feet from my house, so you would hate living here because
no, actually that would be great because I wouldn't have to worry about leaving my house. She could just walk across the street. Hey, Hobby Lobby, cool. That would work out perfect. I would be totally cool with that. There's one Hobby Lobby. That's about 45 minutes from me. We do go there a lot. There's I live real close to the Mississippi River, right along the Illinois-Iowa border. And there's a really nice Salvation Army. They just built a brand new Salvation Army about 2-3 years ago. And
Illinois, Iowa board.
What's that?
I was just saying, Illinois, Iowa board, and my wife. Well, maybe I shouldn't say this. My wife grew up in that area of Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Illinois, Iowa, Missouri area. Yeah, she grew up right there.
Yep. Yeah, we're more north, I guess. But kind of like northeast, I guess I would say. But anyway, so they built this really nice Salvation Army, and in this complex where they built that, then everything kind of grew up, and they put a Hobby Lobby right next to the Salvation Army. So that's the only time, like, if she's like, hey, we could go over to Clinton and go to, she goes, can we go to Hobby Lobby? I'm like, only if we're going to Clinton. And she's like, okay, because she can go in there and I can go in Salvation Army, and usually I'm still out before she is, you know what I mean? And I ransack that place. So but it is what it is. It's her thing. That's what she enjoys doing. So, and we actually had a really good I should say I had a really good experience in there last year, probably around this time. I actually had a little old lady. She came up to me, and mind you guys, I'm like 6'5", 250. I'm a big guy, and this little old gal, she was probably, I don't know, she could have been 5 foot. I mean, if she was, maybe right. She was a little bitty little gal. She comes up to me and she goes, sir, she goes, can I give you a hug? And I was like, this is awkward. We're in a thrift store, but I was like, okay, this is a little awkward, but she looked harmless. And I'm like, I was like, yeah, sure. And yeah, because I make a habit of hugging random people, but she looked, and I'm like, oh shit. I go, she probably just picked my wallet. Right. And so anyway, because I'm that guy, I check and I'm like, oh, she goes, well, you just look like you could use a hug, or you might be a little down today. And I'm like, oh, I'm just tired. I'll go spend a long day. She goes, do you have a significant other or someone that you would enjoy a dinner with? And I was like, yeah. And my wife happened to be next door at Hobby Lobby. And I go, yeah. I said, actually, so my wife's next door. She goes, I'll tell you what. She goes, here's a gift card. She goes, for Applebee's. And there's an Applebee's right in that complex, kind of right there, in a Wild Wings and a couple other things. And I was like, well, that's not necessary. No. She goes, I would like to buy you and your wife or significant other or whoever, would appreciate it, a dinner tonight. And I'm like, wow. I go, that's wonderful. I go, that's not necessary. She goes, no. She goes, I do this every once in a while. She goes, I love coming in here. And she goes, she goes, whenever I have extra money or I do, she goes, it's just me. That's the type of person I am. And I thought that was the most wonderful thing, So she gave us this gift card, you know what I'm saying? We went ate, and I think it had like $30 on it, which is way, more than
plenty at Applebee's.
Yeah. I mean, that's as long as you're not drinking.
It's serious.
Because it's just the bar bill at Applebee's. But I thought it was a really, really nice thing. But that gesture triggered for me, to where that next morning we ended up, I think I stopped at Hardee's and got breakfast that next morning, or it was like one of the fast food places. We had one of my granddaughters was staying here that night. And I was like, I'm just going to go get breakfast, something easy. And I ended up buying the people behind me breakfast, just kind of that whole paying it forward sort of thing. And it's, I got to where I started doing that more often, you know what I'm saying, to, for people, just because of just what that lady did, you know what I mean? And it's like, I go, she really, really made my day. And not that I was having a bad day by any means, but it was just the whole gesture of it was just a really, really nice gesture. And, I was like, and it just made me feel really good that, I've done that a few times for different people, or even if I've been in line at Dunkin' Donuts and there's somebody behind me, I'll usually say, hey, I'll just, can I just get their order or whatever? I mean, and usually at Dunkin's, what are you going to run up at Dunkin's? You know what I'm saying? And, it's normally never over $10, but, it's just something kind of nice to do once in a while. So.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times
I'm sorry. Did you guys read Brian the Oak Brick Picker's comment? He goes, hey, Andy, can you pay my credit card this month? Oh man, see, then you got that guy. I might buy if we go out, Brian. You want me to buy you a dinner, bud? I'll buy you a dinner, bud. You're a good dude, man. I like Brian. He's a good guy. Me and Brian got to Brian and I actually got to hang out once. We've been trying to hook up a little bit again. It's just we got very difficult schedules. Brian lives about, I don't know, probably about an hour and a half from me. But yeah, Brian is a really, really good dude, man. I like Brian a lot. Trying to get Brian to do some YouTube because, man, he's extremely knowledgeable. And that guy finds some amazing, amazing stuff. If you guys don't follow Brian, he's on Instagram. Brian's got an amazing Instagram channel. He's always posting awesome finds and stuff like that.
Yeah, he finds cool stuff.
He does find. Yeah, he was texting me the other day actually, and he sent me some pictures of some belts and stuff like that he had. And I was like, I look at those all the time, but it's like, I don't know how to size them right, or usually the size is always off of them or whatever. But yeah, he does. It's just kind of one of those little niches, I guess a lot of people I think overlook is belts. You know what I mean? So, guy finds some really cool stuff. Do you? And I know you do a lot of clothes. Well, guys, we all do clothes.
Yeah, we all do.
But Justin, do you ever pick up belts?
I do occasionally. I try to go through them. Like I'll do like the feel test, right? Like I'll go through the men's belts at the thrift store and just kind of feel for quality. And then if it feels quality, I'll check brand. I haven't really ever found any like I always look for like the Allen Edmond belts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't get too lucky with it, but I do look at them.
Yeah, I think Allen Edmonds actually would probably slip through the radar. I mean, like as far as belts goes, because you can't touch usually Allen Edmonds shoes at any of the thrifts anywhere near me.
Oh, I get them here, man. I get them here all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean, like belts. I think the belts would slip because I don't think anyone looks at brands on belts. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's one that would actually slip through. But as far as like shoes, I mean, you can't touch a pair. It's impossible to find Allen Edmonds shoes. I mean, I think I've only ever picked up a couple pair.
You need to come here.
Yeah, right.
I find them constantly.
Yeah, and you actually texted me the other day a couple pair. Did you pick up either one of those?
No, I actually have about 10 pairs that I need to list though that are in my garage right now. They just need shoe polish and stuff, so I've been lazy. Like I'm listing all the stuff that looks brand new that I don't have to put work into right now.
Nice.
Yep.
Like come Christmas break when I have time to really deal with that stuff, then I'll do like the cleanup, not perfect things and list those.
On Instagram the other day, I posted a pair of SAS shoes, Andy, that I saw in a thrift store. Didn't buy them. I saw them because they had $50 on them.
Holy cow.
And then at the next thrift store I went to, I got 2 pair for like $6 each.
Yeah, I just picked up a pair of SAS sandals. I think I actually showed them last week. I think I did a little haul before the show. I picked up a pair of SAS. I've got probably about 4 or 5 pairs of SAS. I got one that's like new in box, but I've got them priced pretty high. But I just like associate those with like grandma shoes. And no offense to anyone who wears those or anything like that, but and I think the reason I do that is because my grandmother, that was the only type of shoe that she wore was SAS. She loves SAS, so I just naturally associate those with I think grandma type shoes. So.
Well, they are like medical type shoes, so they're like orthopedic or whatever. So.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I picked up a pair of Ariat boots, men's cowboy boots for $5. So I mean, it's not crazy, but they should be probably about 60 to 75.
Yeah, they'll go in that 60 range. Yeah, I love finding Ariat anything. Actually, that reminds me, I got a pair of Ariat jeans downstairs. I need to get listed. I got a bunch of jeans I got to get listed. I'm horrible with doing jeans.
Dude, I hate jeans. I
am too. I'm gonna try to sell the ones that I have in bulk because I don't want to list them, and they're all really good. I could probably get $30 a pop for each one, but I'm just too lazy to do it.
Yeah, I probably have like 25 pairs of 7 for All Mankind's. I probably have it's ridiculous what I have over there.
Yeah, I actually just ran across a 7 for All Mankind shirt the other day, but it was so covered in hair. I mean. It was literally, I swear to God, they groomed the dog on that shirt. I mean, it was so bad. I was just like, yeah and no. I was like, I'm just leaving it. I'm like, I don't care. There's no way I'm taking this home. Yeah, it was really bad. Do you guys run across that a lot? Like when you guys go to your thrifts, like really hairy stuff? I've been running across that a lot more lately.
Black
like
stuff.
The black stuff, right? It's like the quality control in some of the places is just like,
mainly
hacking.
I see it a lot with like hats, and I won't pick up because I just don't feel like sitting there with a freaking lint roller,
Right.
But unless it's like a hat that's gonna give me like $100, then I'll mess with it. But that's few and far between,
Right. Cool. All right, I'm gonna run back through here and see if we missed anything. Give some shout outs to some people because it looks like we got about 50 people in the chat. Man, that's awesome. You guys have nothing better to do than to hang out with us on a Saturday afternoon. Like I said, we have nothing better to do than hang out here with you guys. So, let's run through. Yeah, we got James Pace in here, and yeah, James has got some amazing stuff. Like I said, we were talking about his stuff last week. God, I don't know. Just hey, Justin, does James do stuff other than ties, or is that just basically?
Okay, so let me tell you this. James puts any reseller, I don't care full time or part time, to shit. He's part time. Okay, he has a full time job. He has over, and Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat here. I think he has over 15,000 items listed across all platforms.
That is crazy. That's absolutely, yeah. That's wow. And he just does this part time.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, and he's a single father of like, I think he has like 3 children.
Man, you got to respect the hustle there, man. That's amazing. That is God. That is definitely awesome. Cool.
Man, I was just going through listing this stuff. Look at this. I mean, this is just whatever. It's My Little Pony thing. Look at, can you see that?
Oh, it's got the
I thought this was a good one.
I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Jamie's got 20,000 items listed across all platforms. I'm sorry, a little over 25,000. He just corrected me. There it is.
But I got this in the bag of stuff, and I thought this was the good one. You know, it was about $25 or so. This one, I just looked it up.
Which one is that one?
It's from 1988. It's called Cutosaurus, and I'm gonna try. Hopefully, you can see this. This is a sold listing.
$65.
$65.
You know,
I had no idea.
I think my sister still has all of hers. And I mean, and she had a ton when she was a kid. I need to go through my mom and dad's stuff because they have a ton of our toys still from when like we were kids. And I'm almost 50, so I grew up in the 80s. My sister's a couple years younger than me. So she had the strawberry shortcakes and the My Little Ponies. And honestly, what I really need to look for, and I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but like Polly Pockets.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have you guys ever, Polly Pockets are ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I
had to get a straw to stir my beverage.
What are you drinking, Lauren?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Lauren? Hold on, let's see it.
Oh crap. Did we freeze?
I think for a second.
Like I said, I was having some technical difficulties earlier, so if it freezes, you guys are on your own.
Okay. This is what I'm drinking.
I got sweet water.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this.
Oh man,
what is that?
Mixed with pomegranate juice and this spring water stuff from Trader Joe's. Nice. It's actually really good if you mix this with pomegranate juice.
Okay.
And actually, it's going to sound really disgusting, but it's really good with gin. I just didn't have gin at my house, but it's really good if you mix it with gin.
Really? With the pomegranate juice?
Yep. It's delicious. It sounds disgusting, but it's so good. And I've made it for a bunch of other people, and they're like, "This is the best drink I've ever had."
Well, you used to bartend though, correct, Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I always have weird things. I'm like, oh, I want to try this and see how this would taste.
You're a resident mixologist, then, correct?
Lauren, that should be something you do on your YouTube channel. Like, just do different cocktails and make them reseller related. It'd be like a monthly series you do.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
The reseller readout,
Thrifty cocktails with Lauren.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Let's see what else we got in here tonight.
Yeah, this is like dangerously delicious, though. Like, I need to drink it slow because.
Nah, just
you said you're going out later, so yeah, you better pace yourself.
I have to last all night, so.
Cool. So we got Shane Willie in here, Glenn the Swamp Picker. I think Glenn said he may join us in a little bit. He's still working. Yeah, if there's anyone, like I said, there's about 50 of you guys watching. If any of you guys want to pop on here, man, let me know, and I'll send you a link. You guys can join us and shoot the breeze. We'll get to know you. If you guys want to promote your YouTube channel or anything like that, I don't have a problem with that. I know last week we had a couple video gamers that popped on here and were wanting to join in. That's not this type of channel, but if you're a reseller or do reselling related stuff, we're more than welcome to have you on here. So. Yeah, so we got Piper John Shannon, Michelle Lathan, Nathan Eddings. Oh man, we got a couple people that I just cannot pronounce, and I'm sorry about that.
Hickory Springs has a YouTube channel. She might want to join us. Hickory, if you want to join us, let us know in the chat.
Yeah, is she in the chat?
Yeah.
I think I'm subscribed. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to her channel, or at least her Instagram.
I think I'm subscribed to everybody that's chatting with us now, actually. I like these hangouts. I got so much work done last weekend.
Jenny Trader's in here.
I agree with you, Lauren, because typically a Saturday I won't get as much done because
but
if
when
I'm
sitting here talking to you guys and I'm not wanting to get up, and because I'm not distracted by things that I think I could be doing if I got up, I get way more done.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like I said, I try to get. I'm up usually, like I said, pretty early. I got a bunch. I got about eight or nine listed. I think this morning, real early. I was up, and then I did some photo editing and what have you. So, and then I realized I had one item that I forgot to do measurements on. So, because like I said, I kind of batch my stuff. I know, like I was watching Justin and Mike and stuff. They were talking and how they do everything one item by one item. They photograph it, they measure it, and then it's listed.
But I do way better if I do like tons of photos at once.
And my
measurements usually before, and then I have all my measurements here.
Right, and Lauren and I are very similar in that aspect. Where we take a bunch of photographs, and then when we have a little bit of downtime, or even when I'm doing like this, I could actually I could be listing multiple items while I'm doing this instead of having to stop and get up. And
than we are.
What's that? I know, like you mentioned, like having a bunch of drafts. That's actually what I don't like. I don't make drafts. I never have drafts saved unless, like, now on the jacket, I do have the jacket saved as a draft because I have everything all done. I just have to punch in the measurements. But as far as all my other items that I have photos of and what have you like that, they're all just setting in a folder, and then I just work on them as I go.
When I'm like stuck in the car or something, like if my husband's driving, or I'll load all the pictures in and just set everything up, because then I can just punch in the measurements, throw in some keywords, and list it, and it takes me 15 seconds. Like, it's so easy. So awesome. If you have downtime, make drafts, because it'll end up saving you time later.
Cool. Let's see what else we got in here. We got Purple Lilies in here.
Oh, I'm gonna be right back. My husband.
Sure. Carla Princess Casserole. Who else we got in here? David, the car boot picker. David's a good dude. If you guys aren't subscribed to David's channel, man, go check out David. He's a good dude. Hickory Springs. Jody Mitma. Cool. I live in Canada. Awesome. What else we got in here? Danny Romero. Hey, Pearhead. Where about in Illinois are you located? I am in Schaumburg, but moving to Davis soon. That's about 20 minutes away from Rockford. Hey, awesome, Danny. I'm actually an hour away from Rockford, so I'm about an hour west of Rockford. So definitely hit me up. I've actually met Brian the Oak Brick Picker in Rockford, and we did some thrifting there. So it's not bad. I like to thrift in the area. There's pretty decent opportunities there for sure. Reselling with Rob. Hey, Rob, how you doing, buddy? Hey, if you want to come on, bud, I can send you a link or whatever. Rob's got a great YouTube channel. Man, he's helped me out with a couple things, a lot of restoration stuff and what have you. Mr. Sadie, how you doing, bud? I thought I seen Mike the Crazy Card was in here too earlier. I might have missed that one. Was he in here? Jennifer Weedle. Awesome. So yeah, we got a bunch of guys in here tonight. So yeah, guys, almost 60 people already. That's awesome.
Watching this nonsense, Andy?
What's that?
60 people
right.
watching
we got 60 people watching this nonsense. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we got one guy working, and hey, that's why I kind of just put in the titles like Resellers getting it done or not. I was like, Yeah, I actually got a couple things I was going to take and clean up. I actually brought my magic eraser over here and some water because last night I got back in town Man, I worked like 12 hours yesterday. I ran over to Clinton, which is about 40 minutes from me. There's 3 thrift stores over there. That's where the one, the Salvation Army Hobby Lobby combo is. But my wife was working late last night. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to run over there real quick. Go hit that up. And I pulled into the one thrift store. It's a charity thrift. And it used to be a total gold mine. Well, now they look everything up. And as soon as I walked in the door, I hear, ladies and gentlemen, please bring your final purchases to the front. The store will be closing in 5 minutes. And I'm like, no. So anyway, I took it. I quick ran down. As soon as you walk in, like all the toys are immediately like to your right. So I started heading down the toy aisle immediately. And I see like 3, 4 new sealed puzzles. There's like some John Deere puzzles and this and that, which I know them are going to sell. But they were like $8 a piece. And I was like, my God, that's like retail. And I was like, give me no money on that. And then I found a couple board games, and they were like $8 a piece. They were new sealed, and they were like $14, $15 games. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. So I quick darted over to the clothing rack, and they don't have a whole lot of men's clothes there, but I just quick hit the men's clothing rack and where the coats were. And I did find an Under Armour 3XL shirt, but it had like a golf course thing on it, and I got that for like $250. And then I found a real old vintage Margaritaville t-shirt. So I don't know if I'm keeping that or not. It was from like 2001, 2002. What's that?
I love picking up those Margaritaville t-shirts. They always do well for me.
They do well. Usually they're good for $18 to $20 depending. Actually I just sold one this week. I think it was a 3XL, and I think it went for in that $20 range. So they sell. You get the right ones. I'm picky about. And I know I'm a pair ahead and blah 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 blah, but I'm very very picky about the ones I do pick up. I don't grab every one. It's just like anything. It's just like a Nike shirt. Don't grab every Nike shirt you see out there. They're not all going to bring that $20 mark or that whatever mark. You can buy Nike all day long and sell them for $5 or $7, sure. But it's finding the right one, and it all depends what your margins are and stuff like that. So it's the same with like Margaritaville. If I find that sort of stuff, I will pick it up. I don't really throw it out there as like, hey, you should really grab these, because it's not really something. You need to know what you're doing with that sort of stuff.
A lot of it is the graphic that's on it, right?
Exactly. And honestly, like this one, I really don't think is going to do that well because it's the Far Side of the World tour. So that doesn't really, it really doesn't have a whole lot of. It's got a big globe on it. That's not, what I'm saying.
I just sold one, Andy. I just sold a long sleeve one for that tour. I believe it was that tour. I'd have to go look at my solds.
Right.
And I think I got like $30 for it.
Really?
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, I'll double check. It's not a bad color. Like I said, the one I sold this week, I can't remember. I think it was from Cancun actually. So the destination ones, a lot of times I try to avoid the destination ones because then that kind of, I think, limits your market. Because a lot of times like people like went there like, oh, I should have got a shirt when I was there, or something like that. But it was like a 3XL, and it was like I actually had to ask my wife what the color was, because it was like it wasn't pink, but it wasn't like a peach or a whatever. And I'm like, what color is this? I don't even know how to describe this color. And then sure enough, so I listed the color she told me, and I actually like looked the color up. Like it was like melon pink, I think was like the name that like she gave me. And I'm like, what the heck is I'm a dude. I know 8 colors. Whatever's in the box of 8, those are what, or it is a shade of those 8 colors. That is it. It is either light or dark of those 8 colors. I don't know, all these other, like my wife, she knows like all 60, 124, 44, whatever colors in the crayon box. She knows all of them. I have, women, I guess, know that. Dudes, we don't know that stuff. So she's like, well, look it up. So I like Googled melon pink. Sure enough, it's exactly what this shirt is. And I'm like, wow. I go, that is freaking cool. So I listed it as melon pink. Well, right away, I get people messaging me, this doesn't look pink. Oh, it's not. It's because it's a shade of pink. I go, the color in the thing. I mean, my pictures are pretty decent, and they're pretty accurate to color. Most, except like sometimes, like for whatever reason, like my navy blues do not come out the best.
Yeah,
it's like the one color I cannot like nail 100%. It's like I have to be in a
deal with the dinginess and it. Like does your white look dingy with it too? A little bit. You have to like mess with it.
I refuse to pick up white. I refuse to pick. I mean, now, like if I have like a plaid shirt that has white in it, then that's one thing. But I refuse to pick up a white shirt. I rarely ever will pick up a cream or a beige shirt. Rarely ever. It's just because I just do not like the way that they come out. I hate photographing them, and the way that I do my photos, they're kind of a pain to edit. So it's just, you know. But I did find out, and my wife was asking me what I was wanting for Christmas, and I'm like extremely hard to buy for. I mean, I'm sure you guys are all older. You're like myself. You guys want something, you guys just go buy it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's how it is. And especially when it comes to something for your business or whatever, you know, there's always money in your PayPal or your wherever, you know, your slush fund or whatever you got. So if you need something, you just buy it. Well, so I've had a couple items that have actually been in my wish list, my want list, whatever. And, you know, Christmas is coming. I was like, you know what? I go, maybe I'll just hold off on them. So the other day we were talking and I was watching one of Mike's videos, and Mike's got like 3 or 4 of these like ring lights sitting around, but he's got like little small ones and they're on stands. And it triggered him. I was like, ring light. I want a ring light. And so my wife just happened to ask me like later on, she goes, what do you want? She goes, you're impossible to buy for. I will not buy you clothes because 99% of my clothes are all thrifted anyway. And, you know, and I was like, yeah, I go, I get it. So I was like, I'll tell you what, I said, you know what? Amazon's got the ring lights for like $69 with shipping and they're free with Prime. So I go, you can use your account. Just give me that. I'll be happy with that. You don't have to buy me anything else.
Right.
She's like, well, I'm like, no, just give me a ring light. So the other day, truck pulls up out in front of the house, and it's just, she must have ordered a crap ton of stuff. And then there's this giant box that's got this big 18-inch ring light. And I happened to be home when it came, and I had it all sitting in the house. And she goes, Merry Christmas. She goes, you can't have it. She goes, I'm just gonna let you know you can't have it. And I'm like, I didn't really expect you to get it. She goes, no, you're impossible to buy for. She goes, here, I'll just wrap it up and put her in. I'm like, fine. So, and then I did, my mom and dad, they usually always spend a little bit more and what have you. And then a couple other people, you know, they're always the same thing. So I was like going, you know what? The other thing I really, really want is I want a Rollo printer. I think they're about 160, 100, you know, in that $160 range, something like that. And just a really nice thermal print, because I hate when I make sales on Poshmark that I have to cut and tape my labels. I hate doing that.
What are you doing now for eBay?
What's that for eBay? I use the 2-up labels, like the, you know, they have the 2 was it the 8.5 by 5 or whatever labels where there's 2 on a sheet. I just use those, which is fine. You know what I mean? You know, because I just print them all out. I make a little stack and I just set them aside and I flip, you know, I just throw them back in the printer and you know, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But as far as for Poshmark, then I always got to take and pull my thing out, put paper in there, you know, then I got to print it and then I got to cut it. And it's just a big pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm just lazy. You know, I just want it streamlined. So now I'll be able to, if, you know, I can get one of those rollers. And I know like Wade, I actually talked to Wade. It's been a little while ago. He has one. I asked him how he liked it, and I talked to a couple other people. They said they really, really like their Rollos. Actually, not Flipping Hippos, but the Thrifty Flamingos. Me and Tanya and Lauren, we do a Poshmark talk show maybe once a month, and we had the Thrifty Flamingos were on that show one night. Tanya invited them on the show. And they use a Rollo. And so anyway, I got to ask her how, she said she loves it. She said, and it works great because, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, flipping back and forth with stuff. It prints eBay and Amazon, or eBay and Etsy. It does the Poshmark. It does everything. It just, you know, just spits out one at a time. It's really nice. You know, it's all thermal. And I was like, you know what, that's what I want to do. That's what I want. So, you know, I just kind of was like, hey, I said, just give me Amazon gift cards. So that way I can just get this printer. That's what I want. And I go, and then the best thing about it all is, and still write it off.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I want to buy it. I don't want them to buy it. That's why it's like, give me Amazon gift cards, because that way I can get the receipt and then I can write it off. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I told my wife, I said, hey, make sure you save your receipt, because I go, oh, that way I can write that ring line off.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I use, I don't know, I think Justin does too. I use a Dymo 4XL.
yeah.
And when I need to do FedEx labels or something, I just use my my regular printer with, you know, the half sheet stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I do.
I've had a couple of the demos, and I've sold both of them, the ones that I've had. And it was just like every time because I'll find them in the wild or whatever, and you know, even with the cords and stuff. But it's like I just like have refused to actually hook them up, because every time like I'll go and I'll start, like, so many people say they've had issues with them, like communicating. You know, it's just a real pain in the butt to get them dialed in, synced up. I was like, you know what? I just want to just plug and play. I just want to plug it in and go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
And
I don't need any more. I don't need any more headaches with everything else. You know,
I get that, because with the Dymo, you know, it used to be this way on eBay. When I set it up, you would actually have to use the Zebra printer settings to get your Dymo to work.
Yeah.
It's still that way. I
Really?
think. That's when I set mine up. I bought mine back in March, and I had to set it up that way.
Wow.
But once you get it set up and working, it's freaking awesome.
Right.
It's definitely a PETA to get set up. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I kept reading, and it was like, and like I said, I found a couple out, like I said, in the wild. I've gotten them super cheap, but I was like, you know what, I just don't want to mess with them. And it was like, so I ended up flipping them. You know what I mean? I was picking them up for like $20. You know what I'm saying? Which is a great price for, you know, to find a 4XL for. But I was like, you know what, I just don't want to mess with it. I really just don't want the headache. So I flipped them. You know, I mean, I made good money off of them and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, there's something better will come along. And so like I said, I was watching a lot of other people, and I've been talking with other people, and you know what they like, what they use, and so I really, you know, it seemed to be a pretty solid, you know, piece of equipment, stuff like that. So,
the roll is good. I think it's like the 4XL too, where it's not. It has to be wired, connected to your laptop or your computer.
Right, and that's fine, because the way that I have my shipping station set up in my basement and stuff like that, that's perfectly fine. Because honestly, like, even my laptop has to be like plugged in 100% of the time, because it's just an older laptop, but it works perfect for shipping. I don't need a high-powered machine. The battery's totally shot in it, so I mean, as soon as I unplug it, it basically just dies.
That's what
like I said.
Next year.
Yeah, but like I said, it works perfect for It works perfect for a shipping station, because all I needed to do is print a label. That's it. Just load eBay, load Poshmark, print label. That is all it's got to do. So, you know, I mean, and that does work. So cool. All right, run back through here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, your laptop, you don't use that for your YouTube, do you?
No. Oh my God, no. No, it is so. Oh my gosh, that thing is so slow and old. You know, it's something I've had for a long time. The one I'm on right now is actually I'm on my main laptop now. I bought this last year, so I think it's got like 12 megs of RAM and stuff like that. So this one actually works pretty decent. But you know, you start opening a lot of tabs, especially like when I do like my sales update videos, like my Making Money Monday videos. You know, you start opening. You know, you get 20, 30 tabs open. Even with 12 megs of RAM, you know what I mean? That's still a lot of memory. It starts bogging. Plus, then, you know, you're running a screen capture, you know, software, and you got, you know, everything else, you know, and then the webcam's running. It turns into kind of a resource hog, you know what I mean? But
speaking of screen capture, does everyone use OBX, or what does everyone use?
Well, for screen capture, I actually use
not screen capture. I'm talking about like screen capture, and then you have a picture-in-picture, you know.
Oh,
like
okay.
You do.
Okay, like when I do my videos, I actually use Screencast-O-Matic is what it's called. Yeah, it's really, really good. I pay for it. It's super cheap. If you can use it for free, but it puts a watermark on it, and I think you can only do up to 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't mind paying. I was just wondering what the best.
It's not expensive, Mike. It's really, really not overly expensive. I just pay for it, and like I said, I just write it off. It's a
right now. I just use a gamer mode on my PC to do my screen captures. So
nice.
Just part of the laptop.
I have OBS. Like, you know, OBS is 100% free. I just find Screencast to just be so easy.
It is very easy. I had OBS on my old PC. There's a lot of components to that. If you want to learn OBS, talk to Lonnie or John Johnson at Nevermore Antiques. Them two guys are awesome at OBS. They both use that, and I think probably John is probably even the more proficient one at OBS. I mean, You ever watch any of his videos? I mean, he's got like 9 million things going on with his videos, and that's all OBS. Yeah. I mean, John's got a lot of stuff going on there, but I don't need I don't need all that fancy stuff. But it does look cool. It looks cool. I definitely ain't knocking the guy by any means. He does know what he's doing with that. But I think Lonnie's really very proficient when it comes to OBS. So
what was that called again that you guys use?
It's called Screencast-O-Matic.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, and it's really easy, and it's all like an online thing. You just go to basically just type in the website, just hit start cast or something like that, and you can adjust the screen size and like what you want it to actually show. It's really nice. It's really easy. It's really simple to use.
I saw that Lauren's internet went out. So.
Yeah, I think she dropped out. Oh my gosh! I just see it posted here. I'm slowly scrolling through this backlog. I'm not very caught up yet, but we've just been talking away. And Brian the Oakbrook Picker, he said, Andy, he goes, host a thrift store drinking crawl. My goodness. Who else we got in here today? We got what? John Shannon, Tap Peddler. That's a new one. Awesome, welcome. Who else we got in here? You guys see anybody that hangs out with you guys? I know you get quite a few people been hanging out on your show, Justin.
Oh yeah, we have a good crowd over there. Let me see. I gotta pull the chat back up. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just kind of seeing who else in here. Jim Coomcat's in here.
I know James Hester. A lot of these guys are new though. So hey,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we all have a lot of the same people, but I'm sure that we all have a few oddballs, that float around. So if any of you guys aren't subscribed to Mike, Newfound Pastor, to Justin, RVA Flips, I did put their links in the description below. So make sure you guys go check out their channels and subscribe to them. Justin does pretty much a live show every morning. That's the one thing I hate. He definitely cornered the market on the morning show, which is super awesome. I'm kind of jealous because I don't get to watch that only on Mondays. So Mondays are my day off. But and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to catch it this Monday because apparently wife's already told me that she's got plans for me Monday, but I hope it's at least after Justin's show so I can at least catch the Monday one. So, and I actually called off work on Tuesday this week, just so I could do some work and get in. The wife ended up sabotaging me, sideswiping me, whatever you want to call it. I didn't even get to watch his show that morning. She'd already had me out the door and doing about 90 million other things. So, yeah. We got Hickory Springs in here. Have you seen if anybody wants to pop in here at all? Like I said, I know you guys probably been watching this probably a little closer than I have.
And I think Monday Mike is going to be on that show with me. I asked him if he would come on, so I just got to remember. Actually, he was supposed to be on there Friday, and I completely forgot to send him the link. So
that's all right. Hey, trust me, I was sitting there this morning. I was just sitting there this morning with my coffee, going, "Where's Justin at?" Oh yeah, it's Saturday.
Awesome.
Part of my morning routine now.
Oh, we got Amazon Seller 99s in here. Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of old things.
I did my first video with the GoPro Hero 7 today, and I'll show you guys where I screwed up. If you go see that video on my channel, it's like really shaky, and it has that stabilization mode. But I was just holding it with this little tripod, so it was like just shaking on it. So I got to get like either like the shorty, or I just got to get a better like a selfie stick that keeps it stable better. I don't think I need to go and blow the money on a gun.
The video was good though. I know it was a little bit shaky, but it was awesome. I like to see you. Like I said, I had the Deja Lonnie when I was watching it, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's gonna sue me. I'm gonna get angry.
Oh my gosh, my dog's losing it. I seen the mail truck pull up out front. So
Andy, Ken Green is asking you what line of what.
Actually, oh, come on. Sorry, guys. Basically, I work in logistics. We'll just, I'll just leave it at that. I don't,
That's all right. He knew his dog was going nuts for a reason, so my dogs do the same thing. The doorbell rings, like, rah, 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 rah.
And then there was two. Lauren's internet went out. Andy's dog.
Yep. I'm just sitting here listing stuff. I listed the ice maker. That was one of my haul videos, and I was listing some good stuff. I was shocked with that little My Little Pony, that one from '88 that was worth $60 or $70 or whatever. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's like the Gen 1 Transformers. The original stuff goes for good money.
Yeah. And you know what's funny, Justin? That's when I was a kid. That was my generation. We had those Transformers and those G.I. Joes from that early 80s, late 70s era. You know, all the original Star Wars. I had all those. Of course, I don't now.
Star Wars stuff, though, like the original Star Wars, even like unless it's like new sealed, because that's very hard to come by from back then.
Oh yeah.
The loot just don't go for as much as you would think. Like, I mean, some of them do, some of the more obscure characters, but unless you have like a defect or one that came with like the different type of lightsaber, they're you're looking around like $10-15 for like vintage Star Wars for the most part.
Yeah, there was like a Boba Fett that was really different or rare or something.
Yeah.
I still have all my old Star Wars characters and figures back from when I was a kid. You know, I mean, I was born in '71, so you know, I got all that sort of stuff, and I should have the majority of the weapons. And I know like most all my figures are all in like a case, like a Star Wars like case that had like, you know, the little slots and stuff like that for everyone. Hey guys, you want to do a live unboxing, impromptu? See, so I have no idea. Well, I think I know what's in here, but this is a Poshmark. This is something I bought off of Poshmark. Yeah. So anyway, the person I bought this from sent me my item like this.
Look at all that tape! Holy smokes!
Yeah, this was when I just seen this outside, I'm like, what is this? And I have no idea what it is. And then I just got looking at the front of it, and it says Poshmark. So it's apparently something I bought on Poshmark. I'm assuming I bought it or my wife bought it with my account. So I'm not quite sure what's in here. It might be a pair of shoes. I'm not sure. So this is man, that is a lot of tape. I'm gonna take it open this and we'll see what's in here. I'm really Larry. I love when people do like live unboxings and this and that, or like they'll order like 6 or 8 pairs of shoes from somebody, and like every single one of them shows up completely different. You know what I mean? And it's all, you know, like shoes. Oh, this is like, who wraps like this? This has got to be a new seller because, man, you would think that they would already have UPS boxes or something. So. My God, this is like worse than Christmas. They literally had to fashion this box. So,
I'm assuming you're not mother.
Okay.
Hey, I'm the king of the Frankenbox. I can whip up a box. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So they these are actually mine. Actually, I stole these. I got these off Poshmark. I forgot. Yeah, I did order these, so it must have been a while. But they're a pair of men's Chaco sandals. If you guys aren't familiar with Chacos, great brand. I think I got these for like $20. So that's a steal for a pair of Chacos. And I wear a 15, so to find these in a 15 is about impossible. So, and they're in great shape and condition. They just tossed them in this box. They didn't wrap them. They didn't do anything like that, but they taped the crap out of it. So cool.
Set up for summer.
Yeah. I mean, these things got these got nice Vibram soles on them and everything else. I mean, these are really, really nice. I think it's a Phil, King of Thrift. I don't know if you guys ever watch any of Phil's stuff. Phil.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He seems like
Phil's a really good guy. Phil pops in my channel once in a while. I see him from time to time, and he comments on my Instagram stuff. So I know that he does see me and follows me once in a while. So Phil's a great guy, extremely knowledgeable guy. I think he lives in like Texas. He wears Chacos. He loves them. And I think just getting older, I was like, I think those are going to be a better pair of sandals for me. I mean, not that I really want to be wearing the old dad sandals, but it's just they're starting to get a little wearing the thong type that I usually do. They're starting to hurt my feet, and I like to wear sandals in the summer. So yeah, nice. God, we got 65 people watching. So awesome, guys.
And that's with Lauren having to drop.
And that's with Lauren dipping out on us without, without her. Hopefully I get a good still of her with her little antlers on, because I think I'm definitely going to use that as my what do you want to call it? The little card or whatever like that.
Thumbnail,
so, yeah.
Now it's just the three scruffy dudes.
With
my reverse skunk beard.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, Diesel Engine Freak popped in. Awesome. See, downlink, thanks guys. Links below. Didn't work for me, but I went and subbed to. Okay, I'll double check them. I did things a little bit differently, so yeah, they may be dead links. I'll make sure that I got them working after we're all done with here and this finishes processing and stuff. Usually I got to do a little back end maintenance and stuff like that, but it's so much easier doing live stuff and taking care of things than when you record a video and then you got to edit and then let it process. And oh my gosh, it takes so much time I think a lot of people that don't do YouTube have no idea the amount of time that we actually put into doing this sort of stuff. You guys agree with that?
I was doing it. I sure as hell didn't.
Yeah, it's and I think I used to get a lot of times everybody's like, well, how come we don't do a lot of live stuff, or you don't do I was like, it's the live stuff's easy, but it's like you just don't realize, like I said, how much time it takes. And with me working a full-time job and then trying to keep my business running smooth, and then find time to balance, get the YouTube stuff in there and still put out something halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? There's obviously no major production value here or anything like that, but you still want something halfway decent. And, we really didn't have no topic. We were just winging it and just kind of BSing the day anyway. So actually, like I said, I grabbed a couple things that I wanted to get cleaned up. And actually yesterday, like I said, I told you guys I ran over to Clinton, and I actually found 3 Polaroids yesterday. In a thrift store, I never find that many. So I'm trying.
Are you going to test them, or are you going to retrospect them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all getting retrospected, but and 2 of them were actually the rainbow striped ones. So I got one with rainbow. I got a white. I got the regular Sun 600, which they scooped them up, and then I got a white one. So
I sold that exact camera. I sold that actually.
This one here actually, I think this one here actually might go for just a tad more, but I could be wrong.
I sold that on Macari 4 parts as is, and I got like $40 for it. So
I'm gonna have to double check the white one, because I think for some reason the white one goes for a little bit more, but than the regular Sun. But and they actually only had these for $288, so that was a great price. So I'm not even $9 into these. So
deal.
Yeah, I was kind of toying with the idea, and I was gonna run it across with you guys, so I haven't done anything with them yet. And I just want to kind of clean them up a little bit, but. Because I always kind of do that and then make sure that I got really nice pictures for retrospect, because they usually buy these in about 30 minutes anyway. But I was actually kind of curious if I should just bundle all 3 of them together and put them up, because retrospect more than likely will scoop them all up. But in that way, then I just got 1 shipping fee instead of them trying to probably buy 3 of them and then me trying to do combined shipping.
Because every time I watch your video, you say retrospect scoops right in, and
I think honestly, and this is no kid, Mike, I think the longest I've ever had a camera, a Polaroid 600 series, is 3 hours. I buy, as soon as I'm done photographing, I immediately box these. I bubble wrap them and throw them right in a box, and I just set them aside, because they're normally gone. Usual time is about within the hour. They're normally gone.
Yeah. So I'm like, I like your idea of bundle them up. That way you don't have to pay for shipping.
Yeah. The thing is, I just noticed on this one it's missing the lens piece.
Oh yeah.
So that's on that one right there. But the other 2 are perfect. So I just got to kind of clean them up a little bit. But But I think if they go to retrospect, I know they repair and refurbish these, so it may not even be an issue.
Yeah. They could use other parts off of it. Who knows?
Right.
I think they probably honestly have a bot anyway that runs through eBay. And Snag. I don't think they have.
You know what? Yeah, because I know that there is a way. I know you can set a notification, or like so like I don't know, say whatever it is that you're. Like I'm into Dallas Cowboys glassware. That anytime someone lists a Dallas Cowboys glass, it will send you a notification. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that probably they have something set up that anytime someone lists a Polaroid 600 camera, it immediately probably sends them a notification.
There's absolutely stuff like that. Yeah, but
it's simple. Hey, John, it's a simple script
John.
too.
Hey, John, if you want to join us, I can go ahead and send you a link if you want to pop in here and hang out with us, bud. We're just BSing, just kind of hanging out and whatnot. So yeah, if you're not doing anything or whatever, if you want to hang out with us or what have you, yeah, you're more than welcome to take and join us.
Andy, Mike, Jamie was asking, like he knows what I do at Amazon, which isn't much, but do you guys do much with Amazon or not really?
I don't do a whole lot. I used to do quite a bit. I've been toying with getting back into it. My problem is and I've heard, like Scott and I've definitely heard Shane talk about this quite a bit lately because, he was converting from going from one. It's finding that balance, because once you start working on one, the other one dies. I am not complete, but I mean, because you put all your focus into one area, then the other area starts falling off. So then you start going back to that one, then the other one starts falling off. It's really, really hard to take and find that balance between those two to keep them both flowing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I used to do FBA, but I have probably 100, 150 things on merchant fulfilled on Amazon, but my primary focus is on eBay. So just like Andy said, it's hard to split my attention. It's hard. I'm trying to get Posh up and going too, but I find it difficult because I have so focused on eBay.
Yeah, seeing for me for Posh, it's super easy because, like I said, because of the way that I do my listings is, because I'll sit down and I kind of batch everything. I already have everything. So as I'm sitting down listing, that's what I'm focusing on at that moment. Is I'm focusing on listing, not the measuring and the photographs and all that sort of stuff. I'm just doing the listing. So when I'm taking and doing that, then I'm immediately listing, and then I already have this stuff right in front of me. So I just copy and paste it. I just click the other, and I do everything on my PC. So I just click the Poshmark tab, paste usually whatever the body of the thing that has all the description right there, upload the photos because they're already sitting in front of me from what I just did, and it's done. It's literally 2 minutes. It's super, super quick.
And that makes perfect sense with the way you list. We were just talking about that.
Right.
And with the way me and Justin list, it's I have to, if I want to cross post, I have to go into the item in eBay and then copy all the pictures,
right,
and then put them over in Posh. But it's not that big of a deal. It's just
right,
getting the process.
Right. Cool. Awesome. Well, Glenn popped in here.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Glenn?
Pretty good.
Hey, Glenn.
Before you list those, I don't want to say it over here because I want the whole world to know, but using retrospect, I can get you a little bit more money on those cameras. And I'll tell you the secret.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the secret. There might be some people in the chat know what I'm talking about, but I don't want it to flood it, I saw 3 of them in retrospect in one day. I had them all 3 separate.
Right.
And they had actually they bought 3 of them on a Monday, or 2 of them on a Monday. I told them I had more, and they said, just let us know. And I emailed them to let them know that they were there.
Yeah, you actually just went to them directly.
I still did eBay. You can if you do it directly, instead of $28.99 plus free shipping, it's like $25.
Oh, if you do it directly.
Right. So it's just but I did all 3 of them, I think, on Pirate Ship or together.
Sure.
And
that's essentially what I would like. That's essentially what I would like to do. So.
Right. Yeah, I think Joe John's here now, but I'll tell you a little secret where you might be able to get another 20, 15 to say another $30 possible, depending on all 3 together.
Okay.
I got an extra $27, playing a game on, on something, but I'll let you know how it's done.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at chat so right now, and some people might be telling people, already know what it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued because, like I said, I do run across these on occasion. I was shocked to find these sitting on a shelf. At my local Goodwill, these have been $10. I have to wait for them to go to half off because I will not. I know guys that'll buy these for $10. I won't. I'm just not that guy. Because, like I said, they're $28 free ship. At least I live. I'm only about 2.5 hours from Milwaukee, so it doesn't. It's these ship for like $7 for me. So I don't get into these for more than usually more than $7. That way, I'm still making a decent amount of.
And actually,
Yeah,
last week,
I could sell all 3 of them together, you know, in one shot. That would be that's
what I did. I sold 2 at one time, and I sold 3 at one time within 3 days. 5 of them in 3 days to them.
right.
But I did actually last couple of weeks ago. I saw a garage sale. And I got there like before 7. I think I mentioned it last week. I saw the camera in the photo folded up, and I got there like before 7. I said, "Where's that Polaroid I saw on the table?" And said somebody bought it a couple minutes ago. And this was like 7. I think 7:30 garage sale or 8 o'clock garage sale, and I got there before 7.
Right.
So somebody, but it was someone like lady. I said, can you describe who bought it or something? So I don't think it was a reseller. Somebody just wanted it.
They weren't describing Lonnie when. That's awesome. How you doing, John? Oh.
No sound, John.
Oh, yeah.
I think he muted himself.
Okay, yeah, I was muted. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
Oh my God. I'm doing great. I just got back from the auction. I've spent so much money today. You know how I said I wasn't a clothing seller?
You are now.
I am now. There was 16 feet of vintage Western wear on top of the table and underneath the table. And I'm now the proud owner of a Western wear store from 1972. I don't know. This stuff is mint. It's got the original tags on it. Oh, no. The pearl snap shirts are in the original bags. It's just absolutely insane. The stuff that I got video of it, but
and it's all from it's all like 70s era.
70s. Some of it's from the 80s, but it's all still in the original bag. Wow. So yeah, that was I probably bought wait a second. Let me quiet my child down.
God, it's time to beat the kids.
Let the beatings commence.
No, I have you ever heard the I ain't gonna say that. I always say, you ever stop while you're ahead. We didn't. We're like, let's try for one more. And he's the one that's like type A personality. Right. He runs us. He controls us. And he happens to be just an absolutely adorable little boy. The kid has so much character that he should have his own cartoon show. Awesome. But he don't take direction. He's a good kid. Right. But he's not the same as our other two that are just, they're pretty much angels. But he's a good kid. But what did I buy today? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I started out the morning. I was talking to Justin, and I went over to Walmart, bought 101 bunny rabbit backpacks for $1 a piece. I did that at about 6:30, and I brought them home and put them in my. I have 2 houses, so I stuck them in my other house, and I got like 5 totes of them down there now. And then I went to the auction, and literally, there's nowhere in my car that you can. I mean, like every square inch of that car is full. But it was just I felt bad for the guy. Like they probably handed out probably 70 something buyer numbers, but some of those are permanent numbers. So like 1 through 25 or 1 through 30 are permanent numbers. So only like 20 people showed up for this auction, and they were literally giving this stuff away. I bought 3 totes full of train stuff for $20. Nice. And I wanted to quit buying, but I couldn't. It was
train stuff does so well.
Every time I get it, it sells.
I have a hard. I mean, like I run across it, but it seems like where I live, it's like everybody they know what they what I mean, or it's there's just a lot of people in my area that's what they hobby or whatever. I mean, we did used to have a big like hobby shop that was real close to me, and the guy had a ginormous train layout in the basement of the hobby shop, and a lot of guys used to hang out there. So it is probably when I do run across that stuff in my area, I'm running across those people that they know what they have. So I have a really hard time, finding good train stuff. But every once in a while I'll find a good building or a couple buildings or something like that.
That's awesome. That's cool. I bought the only piece that I wanted. It was the Chattanooga Choo Choo, and I've sold 3 of these, 2 of them for sure. Maybe I think I sold one that was the complete set, the Chattanooga Choo Choo, and I wanted it, and the guy's like, just lot it all together. He's getting mad. So I ended up scoring. I'm like, I felt bad, but on the same.
Do you test the engines and stuff like that when you pick those up? Like
was that?
If you pick up like a train, like a train set or whatever, and it's got like engines and stuff like, do you test the engines, or do you just kind of just sell it all as is sort of thing?
I'll test them. It's really easy to hook up a transformer.
Right.
So, I buy a lot of train stuff. I went into Goodwill one day, and they had a ton. They had like a whole blue cart just full of it. I probably spent $200. I think I spent $250 that day. So I still have some of it in my store, but it sells. It sells all the time. I love trains.
I pick up those holiday train sets, those special editions all year round, because this time of year they sell like hotcakes.
Right.
I just listed one yesterday, and it'll sell within a couple of days probably.
Yeah. My dad was a train engineer, and whenever I was in the early 80s, like 2 or 3 times I got to go to work with him. Could you imagine? Hey, David, what's up, brother?
Hey, David. Awesome.
He's going to throw some classes.
To get in this time, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, funny worked. Yeah, I found out how to get on there. I found out that if I sign out of Google Hangouts and then sign back in again, it works.
Okay, awesome.
So, good. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks, John. Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I got to go to work with him a couple times, and so I fell in love with trains. In fact, he worked for Terminal Railroad, and right up there on my wall, I've got a big Terminal Railroad, one of the original engine plates that was painted, hand painted, put on the side of the engine. There are only like 3 of them and known to exist. The rest of them are scrapped, and it's one of my absolute prized possessions.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, as a kid, I mean, that would be just an amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like
crazy. Yeah. So, what time is it over across the pond there, David?
It's 9:15 at night, 9:15 p.m.
Wow,
sweet.
And you're Ireland, correct, David? Just for the other people. Yeah. Okay.
I'm Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I'm Northern Ireland. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the difference between? What's the difference between Northern Ireland and like Ireland as a whole?
Yeah, Northern Ireland is part of the UK, and the Republic of Ireland uses the euro.
Oh, okay.
So it is. So
I'm telling you, David, I'm gonna have to go with my parents. My parents have been to Ireland like 3 times in about the last year and a half. They love it over there, and they've been to Northern Ireland twice, and they went to Southern Ireland. They went northern, southern, and then they went back to some other part in Northern Ireland. My mom and dad love it over there, and I was like, man, apparently I'm not gonna have anything out of their retirement or anything when they pass, because they've been traveling everywhere. And honestly, I think they might even be planning another trip over there. I don't know if my mom's doing some genealogy over there. She's really big into genealogy, and I know some of our heritage is from over that way. But they love it over there.
Yes.
They've been going to all sorts of different places and stuff like that. So yeah, they love it. This is just so beautiful.
That's
nice. Beautiful.
I know
that's nice. Yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah.
I know my family on my mom's side, that my great grandfather, he came over from Ireland, and he was pretty wealthy when he came over, but he came over right before the Great Depression, and they owned grocery stores, and he would allow people to buy stuff on credit, and after the Depression was over, nobody paid him back, and we became poor sharecroppers. We picked cotton. Well, my family.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing then. A lot of Irish people moved over to America in the late 1920s, early 1930s. I think that was a big thing then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Curlin real quick. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. He said, hey, John, I said, it's like saying the difference between Alabama and New York.
That's funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do more car boot sale videos and more boot sales here in October. But to start March, every more then. But at the minute, I've just been focused on a full-time job at the moment. It's been very busy. But hopefully, back in March, I'll be putting out more car boot sale videos.
Great. You gonna do a game night again anytime soon, David?
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that yesterday, Andy. Yeah, I just might do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm sure it's probably hard sometimes with the time difference. Getting with all of us and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because probably the time you want to start doing is probably about the time where we're getting up, moving around. You know what I mean?
Understand? Yeah, I try to do it where it's even 8 hour differences.
Right.
Kind of breaking up for me. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, a little bit for me too.
Yeah. I was just wondering if we were having a little technical.
I just thought that's the way Irish people talked. I didn't know.
David's a good guy, man. Like he's always in my morning chat.
Yeah,
David's awesome. He is awesome. I would like to see more. I would like to see more of, like, I'm intrigued with Europe and especially Ireland. That's where I married a redhead, for Christ's sake. So I love Irish stuff. So I want to see.
Go ahead.
I want to see more of where he's from. If he can make videos of going to car boots all he wants, but I want to see his town. I want to see it all. That's what I want to watch, because I don't watch a lot of reselling videos.
Yeah, actually, that I live in, the man that designed the Titanic, Thomas Andrews, only lived down the road from me.
Really?
Yeah, did indeed. Yes, because as you know, the Titanic was built over here, Harland and Wolff shipyard.
That's really cool.
So yeah, he only lived down the road from me, and he has a primary school named after him as well.
Wow. They have like a museum and that sort of stuff kind of set up for like kind of commemorating any of that stuff, or no?
Yeah, more like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And as you know, Game of Thrones was made over here as well. Game of Thrones, if you ever watched that.
Yeah, sure. That's made like real close to where you live.
Yeah, it's not far away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. David's definitely an interesting dude for sure. What is it? I got some gunk. I picked up a couple Wii remotes, the ones with the motion plus inside of them here the other day. The pink ones are the awesome ones. Them are the good ones to get. But man, this one's got some gunk on the freaking little trigger in the back that I'm having a heck of a time getting off. I don't know where they stuck this thing, but
they're very talented.
It's got some stuff on it, man. I'm having issues with.
You don't want to know where they stuck it in.
I don't know where this thing's been going.
Take a nice sniff. Let's take a good sniff.
I always use a toothbrush.
Yeah, I'm trying to just use that.
Hey, David.
Hi, Glenn.
Glad you find anything good today?
It's pouring down raining here.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go because I had so much stuff in here to do.
Yeah.
All that.
So you guys are still having garage sales there?
About 4 or 5 today. It looks like it maybe, but like I said, it rained from like 3 o'clock this morning to like 12 o'clock, pretty much nonstop.
Wow.
And it actually woke me up, the rain, around 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
But sometimes those are the best days to go because nobody goes. But like I said, man,
right.
I probably would hit a few of them if it wouldn't have been, stuff I needed to do down here.
Yeah, I think honestly one of probably the better garage sales I actually hit this summer, and like I didn't get to go to a lot, but one of the better ones I did, it was pouring down rain the whole day, but it was like it was a citywide sale,
right?
And man, there was like really nobody out, and normally I wouldn't have found crap, and I got all kinds of stuff that day.
Sometimes the best times those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, through my auction days, the past 15 years, the biggest, best hauls I've ever got, it's pouring down rain or it's freezing cold because no one wants to deal with it. You deal with it, you can get the stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you have to be willing to go where nobody else wants to go and stay longer than anybody else that showed up with you. The best deals are at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All
the
right,
rain.
guys, I want to show you all my coffee mug real fast, but no one read it out loud because I don't want Andy to get demonetized. But my wife got this for me when I went to the time. Look at this coffee mug.
Oh,
Nice.
The rain was here so bad, actually, like all the parades canceled yesterday. All the Christmas parades that were going to happen today because they didn't want to take a chance.
James Pace says he wants to see the pubs. He wants to see David's pubs.
oh,
I've never
right.
drank a drop in my life. I have never been drunk, and I've never drank a drop of alcohol. I tasted beer one time, so I guess that's a lie. I tasted it; it was horrible. But I said that if I ever go to Ireland, I will go into a pub and I will order a pint of whatever
Guinness.
everyone else drinks. I will sit in that pub and I will drink a beer. I just have to. So yeah, I would like to see pubs too. I think it's interesting. Oh boy, what's this?
Right. Yeah, one more and somebody gonna be bye-bye.
Yep.
My thing's lagging. I went to go review it. I can't even see it.
I look over and I just hit him. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys being quick on the trigger. I guess that's kind of why it's always important to have mods. And all right.
He's gonna go to the.
Yeah, you're going bye-bye.
Oh, you had a couple bad guys in there.
Pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
I don't have my
Matt,
chat pulled up.
Matt Retail. He's a new seller, but he has an.
Yeah, I just posted thing. Yeah, if he wants to pop in here, yeah, Matt's more than welcome. I just started watching Matt here a while ago, and I don't know if you guys did any of you guys watch Flashback Finds. The guy's name is Cameron. Cameron's I've been watching Cameron forever. He's probably one of the first people I ever watched on YouTube. He's a really, really small guy. I don't even think he's got 1,000 subs. It's kind of one of them guys like Mike, you know what I'm saying? Like the guy's got an extreme ton of knowledge. He picks up all kinds of stuff. He sells a lot. But yeah, Cameron actually left a message on my last video. He watches my stuff. I watch a lot of his stuff. We kind of leave messages back and forth. But man, the guy is really, really awesome. And he actually sent me a message about some of the other people that I watch. And I told him Matt Retail was one of the new people that I've really started watching, other than Mike and, you guys, obviously. But, yeah, I really like Matt's stuff. But, yeah, Cameron said actually that I think he's just started watching Matt as well. So, yeah, Matt's got some really good content. Yeah, he said he watches Flashback Finds, too. Yeah. Like I said, the guy's really small. Like I said, doesn't even I've just really found myself kind of lately been gravitating more toward these smaller YouTube, channels. People are just maybe a little bit more genuine, and they're just more just documenting their journeys, kind of like myself, and stuff like that. But yeah, you just have a lot of knowledge.
Oh, Andy, just wait. When I hit 5K, that's
Wow, Mr. Sadie said the first reseller he ever watched was the Redneck Picker. Man, I don't.
The Redneck Picker.
Yeah, I don't recognize that name, but man. I know Mr. Sadie's been around for a while for sure.
Well, Andy, you're talking about talking to the smaller sellers. Do you think being too polished can hurt you sometime?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
You know
what I'm saying? Because yeah.
You got some nice button-up shirt and all that. A couple guys, and they're sitting there. I'm going. You need to kind of drop it down to a couple levels the way you dress.
Hey, I got a button-up shirt on it. I got a button-up shirt on, Glenn.
I'm saying like a long sleeve, like your dress shirt.
Right, I know what you're talking about.
But what those people are trying to
say, if you want small, check me out. Okay, there you go, everybody. Go check out Craig Murray. I definitely got to check that out. Mr. Stacey says, yeah, if you like small. Yeah, I do. I love the smaller channels because, what? A lot of those guys are very, very knowledgeable, but, they just don't have that monster fan base. And a lot of times they tend to interact a little more with people as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have, you know, 800 people commenting on, you know, their videos where, you know, stuff gets lost and what have you. Yeah, I do. I really, really like this, the smaller people.
Yeah, I don't care how much you know. Sometimes that small time person that does a little bit might have one little tidbit.
Yeah.
Heck, I need to start doing that. That sounds like a more logical way to do it. You know?
Yep, definitely.
I love commenting on people's videos because I know it means a lot.
Right. Well, we never know which one you
are.
are. What do you have, like 12 YouTube accounts, John?
No, I only have. I have several accounts, but they're all legitimate YouTube channels for the most part.
Right.
I have my Crossroads Patriot, which is a account that I do more political commentary on. Then I have my Crosswalk Association that has some of my more religious testimony stuff on there. And then I have this one that's about my business. And I have one that's Madison County Mo that I do videography in the county, and I'll upload videos and stuff whenever I feel like it. And then I have Sasquatch. The reason why I have that one was because I was messing with Steve and Steph.
Oh, got ya.
Yeah, I just got a sub. Who?
Ooh. It's kind of cool how you have that set up. We were actually talking about your OBS knowledge and stuff like that a little earlier about how it gives you notifications and stuff like that whenever you get a sub. You know, I never know when I have subs. It always just shows that, hey, that you went up, you know, 12 people today, or, you know, 15 people a day, and 8 people unsubscribed from you today, you know?
Yeah, it was C Dowling. Whenever
he subscribed to me too today, the Dowling person.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what it was inverted on my screen, so I couldn't see. I was like, who is that? Because I wasn't looking at my OBS. But yeah, OBS is really easy to use. It's super easy. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that
I don't have a clue what OBS is.
I did a couple things with OBS on my old PC. I had it set up. I actually don't even have it downloaded on this laptop here. It is a really cool program, but man, there are a lot of parts to it. That was just the thing. It was like, oh man, you know, and once you get it all, I guess, set up and kind of dialed in, then it does run pretty flawlessly or seamlessly, I guess. But it's getting everything all dialed in and kind of set up right. That was just the thing that I had kind of a little more issue with, but cool. All right. Yeah.
If anybody ever has any questions, just ask me. I can. I use OBS, and then I don't use the Streamlabs. I use the OBS Studio. But if you have a Streamlabs account, you can put all kinds of widgets. Like if someone gives you a super chat, it'll pop up. It'll pop their name up on the screen, and then like for me, if someone gives me a super chat, it pops up and it says so and so, and they put how much money they sent. And then it has Elvis Presley, and he's like, hey, thank you very much. And so it's just, you can upload it. It's just, I think that if one of the big YouTubers that are in our genre, if they would learn OBS, that it would take them to the next level. If someone like, because I know that Taco Stacks was talking about doing more live videos, and I'm like, that's either going to help him or that's going to hurt him. I think it's going to help him because he
has so many subs, though. I don't care. It probably wouldn't matter what he did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He could dress up in a gunny sack and go thrifting, and people are going to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's just his personality. You know what I'm saying? Where like it's just everything about him. He's just so genuine, and everyone can relate to the guy, you know. And I think it doesn't matter what he does or how he does it, he's just going to come across as a good, genuine dude.
And then he went out and got a golden retriever.
Right.
I was like, man, that thing is adorable. I was like, holy crap, this guy's a genius.
Right. Yeah, golden retriever equals 1,000 more subs.
Right, because it's just adorable. You throw that dog in. I watch a YouTube channel called, because I watch YouTube 24/7, but I watch a channel called Goon Squad, and it's 2 kids. I don't know how old they are. They're like 18, maybe 19, and they rebuild. They've only been a YouTube channel for about a year, maybe not even that long. And they started rebuilding cars on their channel. They rebuilt a Mustang. They rebuilt a couple Jeeps and a Subaru, but then they rebuilt a Mustang. Then they went to a 2017 Mustang, a 2017 Z06 Corvette, a 2017 Dodge Hellcat, a 2018 Camaro, one of those 2018. It's the LT1 or L.
Oh shit. Yeah.
L,
it's LS1, I believe.
ZL1,
Oh.
and now they're rebuilding a 2017 Dodge Viper, and I was like, how in the world are they getting the money for that? But if you look at their views on their videos,
they're getting it from you. Yeah, they're getting it from AdSense. Yeah, it's crazy.
And they're selling merch. They're selling T-shirts, and they remind me of Taco Stacks. They're just both so innocent. They're just so kind. And polite, and it comes off so well on screen, and they don't act like they know everything. When people try to give them advice, they take it, and man, their channel is just it's nuts. I couldn't imagine like a bearded picker, like for how much he made on his video, like they put out 4 of those videos a week, so I couldn't imagine making,
Yeah. Because I think didn't he have hasn't Sky got over 1 million views on that?
Yeah,
that's nuts. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine the money he's pulled in off of that. I would have an ad on that every probably 5 minutes.
It's only a 10-minute video. That's the crazy
that's
part.
right. Yeah, it is a real short video. Yeah, you're right. Every 2 minutes you're getting an ad.
That people want to. There's 2 types of. I mean, YouTube serves purposes, but the people who blow up is the people who live vicariously through other people. And like these kids rebuilding these cars, everybody's like, man, I would love to have 8 supercars sitting in my driveway like these kids do. So, and what's the catchy part about it is that they're like 19 years old and they got like every car you could ever want that's American made sitting in their driveway, and they're just as cool as they live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, of all places. Someone said Taco Stacks has a video with over 5 million views. That's what I'm saying. He was talking about that pickup truck. He's like, oh, I'd like to have this pickup truck, but it's $50,000. I'm like, dude, you could buy that. Because he went out and bought that van. And I'm like, I know he bought that van. I'm like, right, bro? I'm good for you, man. I'm happy for him. He's cool. I've been watching him forever. I have a set of license plates.
Yeah, Taco Stacks. I've watched him for a long time.
Yeah,
that's actually like I guess like a good topic. Yeah, is there anyone in here that maybe that you guys do watch as far as maybe reseller related or whatever that maybe some of the other guys don't know that we could all maybe check out? Mike, is there anybody you watch that just somebody kind of unique or different? I totally put him on the spot.
Not reseller wise, but I have a lot of other hobbies, and I watch completely random stuff. Like he likes sailing. SB Delos is awesome. He like metal detecting. Aqua Chigger is awesome.
Aqua Chigger, that's an awesome name.
That dude is awesome. He lives over in Maryland, pretty close to me, and he goes into rivers and stuff and metal detects.
Awesome.
Dude's amazing.
I like that red-haired young man that. He goes into the rivers and he cleans all the gunk out, but he also finds like iPhones and stuff.
Nugget Noggin.
I don't know what his name is. I watch him.
Noggin. Yeah.
I like watching some of the big YouTubers to get ideas on how they do things. Like Casey Neistat. Like the dude is. I love his vlogs. I love the way he makes videos. His stuff's amazing. But he's got like 10 million subs.
Yeah, the Hippo Hut or Flipping Hippos, yeah, they're really good. Chick Pickers, yeah, they're good too. I watch both of them.
Pretty much.
My Valerie's good, yeah.
Who's that?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike. You go first.
Hey, I just seen one that flipped through here that I didn't recognize. Amazon Seller 99 says 2JS Kicks is pretty cool. He's a pretty big sneaker flipper. Awesome. Yeah, that's one area I could always learn more about is definitely sneakers and stuff like that.
Hey, Ronnie Hart just uploaded a video. Good for
Did he?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
It's been a while.
Ronnie's been kind of off the grid a little bit lately.
Yeah, so's Chad.
Yeah, I think Chad's got a lot going on with family. I mean, like, you know, Ronnie posted we got a fantasy football group. I guess none of you guys here in that, but a lot of us like from the Reseller 6-pack, we're all we all play fantasy football together, and there's a little side chat. Ronnie's in there. Yeah, he posts in there pretty regularly, but yeah, he's been pretty busy as well.
I saw messing with Ronnie was doing everything by himself. Somebody messaged him and said, "Haven't seen no videos, so I'm doing everything by myself now.
Yeah.
My wife has got a job."
Yeah. I think she's got a different job. And I don't know if I can't remember if they have family in town and stuff like that or not. So, Brian, he wants me to do my Ronnie impersonation. Man, dude, I can't do that anymore. I used to be able to just nail it, and it's just gonna be one of those things I just do on the spot. I know some of you guys have seen me do it, and I pretty much can nail Ronnie pretty good. Ronnie's actually he's actually laughed at me and stuff like that too. But that's funny. But yeah, I just, for whatever reason, man, I haven't been able to nail it lately. And every once in a while I've sat around and you know, try to do my, you know, that's all because, you know, I can't do it. I'm just totally I'm way off right now. So but if I can get it down again, I'll break it out. Angela Hossinger says, check out the Crazy Lamp Lady. I've actually just heard of her. I haven't seen her, but I did see somebody mention her the other day as well. Yeah, definitely. Liquid Chris at Liquidation Ohio, definitely awesome. And Walter Blake Knobloch are good ones. Now that's definitely one I have not heard of.
Yeah, I've heard of Walter Blake Knobloch. He's bombastic. He's fun.
Is he? I definitely have to check that out. Cool.
He has a big warehouse. He does a lot of everything, but he's heavy into it.
Awesome. Cool. Hey, Justin, are you still there? Or are you frozen? Because I got a question for you, bud. So, hey, there he is. Hey, I was watching your little day in the life of Justin video that you just put out this morning, and I got to ask, are you and Lonnie sharing a warehouse or a storage locker? Because I swear to God, you guys were in the same storage locker.
It looks the same.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. Yeah, I was like, boy, it looks like Lonnie.
Deja Lonnie.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm horrible about this, and I'm probably gonna pile my car up at some point and hurt somebody, and I'm gonna feel horrible. I watch YouTube in the car while I'm driving all the time, and so, yeah, I'm horrible about it. I'll admit I do it, and I shouldn't. But and I know Scott does it, and I know other people all do it too. But I try to set it aside. But yeah, it was interesting because I got to see different side of Justin and his stuff that he doesn't always post, which is really cool. And and I see him, and he goes to his facility, and I'm like going, man, I go, is he going to Lonnie's facility? And he opens it all up, and it's literally laid out exactly the same. Yeah, he's got the little tray set like right inside, and I was like going, wow, I go, that's pretty funny.
Lonnie's rearranges it now, so it doesn't look as similar. Like he has his now where the shelves are all like
right, yeah, because he got that little bigger facility and stuff like that was like right across the way. But yeah, that's pretty funny.
I have my unit's a 10 by 20.
Nice.
Yep.
And is that all like climate controlled and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Absolutely, because with like toys and electronics, you don't want to have that stuff.
Guys, I got a customer just walked in, so let me go help him.
Sweet.
All right, Glenn.
Cool. Has anybody had any sales while we've been on, or is it just been cricket?
I've had a couple of offers.
What'd you sell, Justin?
It was a new tag women's Pearl Azumi cycling jacket.
Yeah, cycling jersey.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweet. I wish Lauren was still in here because I wanted to ask her about. I just found out if you guys are familiar with Rag and Bone?
Yeah.
The jean?
No, like I found like a jacket the other day. It's like a women's jacket. That's pretty high end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I probably should have grabbed it. I'm gonna have to go look maybe later.
For it?
Like $6.
Yeah, you should have definitely grabbed that.
Yeah, those probably used. Is that used probably close to what 80 to 100 ish probably.
does that.
Let me check.
Yeah, I didn't even. I was like, I thought there was a brand that if I remembered her kind of mentioning before when we've kind of talked, or I've heard people talk before, and I'm like, man, I go, you know what? I go, I recognize that. I had my hands full of stuff. I was talking to a couple of the associates, and I was like, going, man, I go, I gotta dig my phone out. And I was like, I'm not even. You know what? It may still be here tomorrow. I'll just come back, check it out. And then the debit card machine wasn't working at my local Goodwill, so I had to break into my. I rarely ever have like any. What I call ready cash. I always have cash on me, but I never have what I call ready cash, which is like the cash like in, when I open my wallet, there's actually like money there. I always have money always tucked away. And I heard the gal say that they didn't that their debit card machine wasn't working. I'm like, man, I hope I don't find a lot of stuff, because it's like, I only got a couple $100 on me. And I was like going, it'll be like one of those days. That'll be like the day that I find all kinds of good stuff. And I'm like going, now what am I going to do?
I'm looking at comps now on it, just out of curiosity. I mean, there's a lot of obviously like size.
Yeah,
style.
right. Yeah, I think it was like a large, like full zip hooded type of. It wasn't. I don't want to call it fleece, but it was like a jersey type material, but it was a heavier coat. So yeah, I was kind of figuring that it might be.
What I'm seeing is anywhere between 60 to 90.
Okay, that's what I was figuring in that. Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Some a little bit lower, some much higher. Really depends. Right. But yeah.
And then if I put it up on Poshmark, it probably do a little bit better over there. So,
yep.
It's just one of those kind of more desired designer brands. So you might.
Yep.
Because I can't pronounce your name, and I feel horrible. You've been commenting, you've been hanging out with us for most time. It says, grab Rag and Bone. So I will definitely. I'll probably swing in there maybe a little later tonight. Or definitely tomorrow, because we'll have the color change tomorrow. And I've got my eyes on a couple items at my local Goodwill, but I never know if they're going to be there or not. I got another big clothing seller that's kind of come into my area now, so
run them out.
Yeah, right. I really don't care. I'm just one of them dudes. I really don't care. I know a lot of people totally freak out at competition, and we were you guys were talking about competition. On your channel, I think a little bit, or it might have been on Scott's, but I just really don't care. Some people, they give you the death glares because they know that, you're scooping up my stuff, or they look at it that way. It's like, you're taking my things. It's like, no, you know what? It just, I don't care that you do what I do, and maybe you got a bunch of inventory somewhere that you want to unload, and you know what? I'm your guy. There's so many opportunities, and it just makes you better when. I've been trying to get that through a guy that I work with. I've been trying to get that through his head a lot. That, it's hard to, convince people that, telling people what you do is a good thing. And I think probably everybody on the panel probably agrees that, hey, letting people know that, hey, you resell and you do this is a plus and not a negative thing. More doors open by, than sneaking around, being all quiet and what have you, and being sneaky in the stores. Just be straight. Most of the people, especially like your thrifts, if you're in there that much, they know what you're doing.
Especially when you're buying, if you're a bigger guy and you're buying mediums and smalls.
Yeah, right. Well, and then you literally see me hit every single. I cruise the entire rack. Back and forth, up and down. All side. Yeah, I'm hitting everything. Yeah, and I've had people, at times going, those shoes gonna fit you? And I'm like, oh no, they're. A long time ago, it's like, they're for my kid, or they're for my. Now I was like, nah. I'll probably end up just selling them, and they're like, oh, you sell stuff? I'm like, going, yeah. I'm straight with it. And a lot of the guys, even at my local Goodwill or whatever now, because they know what I do, they'll actually go in the back room when I come in and hey, this just came in. I know that you pick up this, that, and the other thing, and so they'll actually bring stuff out, which is awesome, because now I'm not waiting for them to roll out a cart. They actually will go to the back and bring things out for me, which is awesome.
I had that happen at Salvation Army. I was getting some electronic stuff, and the guy goes, "Oh, you like electronic stuff?" He's got his whole stack of stuff, and it was a whole 4 or 5 things in the box, And I'm like, "That's awesome."
Yeah, that is definitely awesome.
Pick them all.
Hey, Cameron's in the chat. Awesome. Hey, we were just talking about you, Cameron. Man, if you want to pop on, man, I'll send you a link, buddy. I know you don't usually show your face, but you can just put the microphone on, man. We'd probably love to chat with you. I think most everybody in here actually watches your channel, so yeah, awesome. Yeah, Cameron's definitely a good dude.
Got anything done, Andy?
I cleaned these 3 Polaroid cameras while we've been sitting here, and I got these 2 Wii remotes that, that I've cleaned up. I knew I wasn't going to do it. I'm sitting upstairs, so I'm not. I figured, well, if I go downstairs, I'm not going to do anything down there, and I'm just going to have all my crap sitting there. So Cameron goes, I showed my face once. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, if you want, man, just let me know, man, and I'll send you a link, Cameron. You're more than welcome to join us. Like I said, you're respected in the community for sure, or our community anyway.
I hadn't subbed to him, so I subbed to him and rang the bell.
Yeah, hey John, I'm telling you what, Cameron's got. He posts some really good stuff. He's just got. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from watching the guy. I mean, he just kind of just the whole gamut of everything, kind of like what you do, what everybody does. But yeah, he finds some pretty good stuff. I'm really curious. He just got a bunch of. I just watched this last video here not long ago. He got a bunch of games that were basically like from a fire. And then a bunch of all like really rare like PS1
I
games.
just watched that. I just watched that yesterday.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. So I'm really curious to see. Okay, he said he's heading to lunch. Actually, maybe I can jump on another. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Cameron. Yeah, we'd love to have you on here.
That Castlevania Symphony of the Night he found. That's pretty good money. Same way because it was the Black Label. He also had the Black Label Final Fantasy.
Yeah, he did. He had some. I don't know a whole lot about video games, but yeah, I know that. Yeah, he did have some he had some gems in there for sure. So yeah, I'd be really curious. I'm definitely gonna be following that to see how that all turns out. Hey, Brian asked if anyone's running an eBay sale and where the sale gets applied automatically to new listings. Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that happens to me. Yeah. Like if I'm running like a base like 25% off my entire store, it'll just like if I list something, it'll automatically mark that down. After it takes a couple like about an hour or two, but
wow. Yeah, because I actually just ran my first sale. I started that this morning. I think I put my entire store on 10%. I haven't run a sale in months. I mean, I'm talking probably since before summer. I was using the eBay promo. You know what? I seem to have better luck with eBay promoted listings, and I think about putting a video together because I've been kind of documenting this and monitoring it. I just pretty much put everything on promoted, and I've been I put stuff at like 5% promoted, so it's less than the 10% off sale if I was running a sale, and I'm getting the double exposure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually getting 2 listings for the price of 1, and I'm only paying 5% and still losing 10%.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the possibilities there. And so when I go through my solds and like I actually like do my like when you go through and hit your like print labels and shipped or show all. It started just recently. It started showing what items have been selling via promoted listings.
Yeah, on my last couple sales, it did that.
Yeah, it used to never do that. And I'm telling you, I have over 50% of my sales are all promoted. So that's telling me that they're pushing those items. So, and honestly, really, even if you just put it at 1%, you're still getting that double listing. I mean, I thought about kind of doing it, like even a little bit less, but they recommend 7. I think that's what it actually like automatically sets. I always just set mine to 5.
Every item's different. If you notice, sometime it'll tell you.
Yeah, right, correct. Yeah, but I always just set like there's like that little slider on there. I just hit automatically just do 5%.
I've just been doing 1% across the board. Sometimes I'll go up a little bit higher. But
okay, yeah, and it seems to, like I said, I mean, if it's something they're throwing at you,
especially if it's an item that there's tons of it. Like my motorcycle stuff, I don't think none of it's promoted because. I need to go through and see what other people have, but if you're the only one, you don't need to be promoted really, but it does help to double your ad too.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing that I liked is that, it's doubling your listing. So, I mean, it's just it's double the chances someone's going to actually click on my item. So
get your Poshmark on.
Oh, sorry, Glenn, go ahead.
Yeah, to get real quick, I'm about to leave in a little while. Go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. Sorry, Glenn. I was just going to say, guys, Andy, I have to go Oh,
Hey,
here.
no problem.
I'll show my face here before I go.
Yeah, see David, man.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Sorry for a second.
How you doing, David?
All right. Yeah, I have to go here.
Hey, no problem, man. We appreciate
See
you
you, man.
popping in, bud.
For having me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thanks to you again, guys.
Okay, David. See you, man.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna have to sign off too, guys. My wife wants me to go do a Chick-fil-A run, and I am not gonna win that fight.
Pick me something up and just drop it by.
Would that even be a fight? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's Chick-fil-A.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
We don't even have one of those anywhere near me.
Yeah,
What-
she can't get it to me. We have one that's like a mile from the house.
Oh my
We have like
God.
every.
About 2 miles away. I go there once a week, you know, after work.
But it's been fun.
I get so jealous, you guys that got like, all that sort of stuff. But then it's like whenever I got to go to those areas that have those, that's the last place I'm going to because they've got 12 other great restaurants that I want to go eat at. It's like, yeah,
Yep. Oh, look, Ronnie's here. What's up, Ronnie?
Hey, Ronnie's here. Hey, Ronnie, if you want me to send you a link, buddy, I'll send you a link. You can join us. We're all just hanging out, just BSing and doing a whole lot of nothing. So we're actually just talking about you earlier.
Yeah,
Is that the Heart Foundation?
What's that?
The Heart Foundation, Ronnie. I
Yeah.
was listing and I heard you guys say he showed up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch his
Ronnie
video.
Hart just popped in here.
Oh, cool. Yeah. He just uploaded a video. Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. Awesome. Ruben Rodriguez says there's a button to click off on the final page of creating a sale. Oh, okay. Hey, Brian, I didn't know if you've seen what Ruben posted there earlier, but yeah, that's actually, he said there's a button you can take and click on the final page for creating a sale that stops the new listings from being added to the sale. See, like I said, for the most part, I never, wife is watching TV, it would be a mess.
Oh, Andy, have you heard of Blast posting before on Poshmark?
Blast post? I've heard of it. I couldn't tell you anything
I
about
was
it.
hearing somebody do it, so I did it and whatever, and I actually got a response. Somebody asked me, "Hey, what size is this jacket?"
Really?
Something like that. But if you have ever noticed, if you go there and blast post it every 5 seconds on an item, they're talking about 100 times. I did it like 10 times. And you go back to the feed, the amount of people that are posting stuff that from like say the first one I posted, the second one I posted, it might be 90 to 100 in between both of them in that
Really?
5-second period where I shared them both.
Right. So you're just doing like the self share on like one particular item.
Yeah, one
You just keep
item
doing
like
it
said,
over and over and over
like
again.
one item,
Right. So you
you
just
know,
like you're just sharing it to your likers, correct? Or to
Yeah,
your
to
followers.
the followers, yeah. And I did
Okay.
it like one item 10 times, but a couple of them talking about doing it like 100 times, or even. No, but I did it like 10 times on 2 items, and I got a couple responses,
Cool. Now, have you tried the share to the new share to Instagram feature? I'm sorry, Justin.
No,
no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not gonna drop out because I'll probably be back while y'all are still running, and I can just hop
Well, I'm
back
about to
in.
take off myself because I got to
Sure.
stop and get something to eat and go see my dad, whatever. He's real sick.
Okay. No
No.
problem, Glenn.
Yeah, I'll just keep it going though.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if we're here, we're here. Say my wife might be popping in any minute, and then again she may she may not. So I'm not sure if she's coming home yet or not. So
sounds good.
we'll find
I'll be
out.
back in a few minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Take it easy.
The auction
Cool.
show tonight too.
Have fun.
Yeah, who's on the auction show tonight?
I'm not sure. Who it is? I didn't recognize the name on there.
I haven't caught an auction show in quite a while. It just seems like now later on it's been getting late. It's been getting later and later for me. I've been just busy at night, and here the past couple of weeks, like I said last week, we did this live show. Just a live hangout. And because in the afternoon, I've had a little bit of dead time on the afternoon. I know next week we won't be doing this because I know I got a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, it's getting close to Christmas. But what did Ronnie say? Andy, your fantasy football team is getting beat down tomorrow. Am I playing you tomorrow? I'm not playing you tomorrow, am I, Ronnie? For you guys, I don't know. Some of you guys might know or not, but I play fantasy football with a bunch of other resellers. Ronnie Hart's one of them. I'm not quite sure where Ronnie is at, but
I want in on that next year.
What's that? You want in on some of that? Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want in on that action next year.
Hey, Andy, I'll message you tonight on how to do it, or if maybe we can talk for like a couple of minutes on phone or something.
I
do the extra $25 because I sold like 5 of them in, like I said, 3 days, and 2 of them,
just by doing that.
The second time, the second time I did it, whatever. I wish I would have, held on those other 2 I sold, but I made an extra $27 and all that on the side. But I'll tell you how. And it depends on. I know you work and so your time. Right. And all that, but then if you not, you can just sell them regular. But even though still selling them to retrospect,
Right.
They bought them right off the bat, all 3 of them. I wish I would.
And that's kind of what I'm hoping. That's what I'd really like to do is just throw them all up in one thing, and then I could just ship them all out in one box. I mean,
right. Well, you do it all 3 separate because you have to get the deal. You do them separate, but if they buy them all at the same time, you just combine. You add them together and ship it. If you do them free shipping, doesn't matter because
Right.
And all that. I'll call eBay and say, how do I do it? So, well, you got to, you can't do that. You got to contact the guy. So, well, I'm doing free shipping. Doesn't matter about the shipping,
Right.
They told me, oh, do this and that, So I did it. But I'm going to take off, but also I'll email you tonight on how to do it or.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Glenn.
Okay, see you, man. Thanks.
All right, buddy.
Dropping like flies.
I found out that Ronnie Hart doesn't like Alabama.
Ronnie's giving me a hard time about my team. Last week we were playing for 3rd place. I was tied for 3rd place with Steven Stuff, Resell Killers. They didn't even start a defense last week, and they just destroyed me. I put up the lowest number of points I've put up between both of my fantasy football leagues. I have a league that I'm in with a bunch of my buddies, and then I have never put up that low of points ever. And then I had to put it up against Steven's stuff. Steve sent me a message giving me a hard time, and then I get looking at him like going, they didn't even have a defense going, and they still outscored me by like 50 some points. It was just I don't even think I put up 80 points last week. It was the most horrible beating I've ever taken in fantasy football. It was just terrible. So hopefully I can redeem myself this week against Ronnie. So we'll see what happens. Hey, the Truth just popped in. How you doing, Truth? Awesome. Gosh, we still got about 60 people hanging out in here. We've been almost, an hour and a half, 2 hours just talking a bunch of nonsense.
These are the best shows, man.
Yeah,
I like this.
I do. I miss doing this sort of thing. And like I said, last week we did this, me and Lauren, and I invited Mike and Justin on, and we all just kind of hung out for a couple hours, just BSing and just kind of hanging out. And them guys actually did get a little bit of work done, and I was just kind of farting around. But like I said, I just miss hanging out with these guys, just talking, and it's a lot of fun, and just interacting with the people in the chat. Like I said, I don't do a lot of live stuff like some of these guys, but I do miss chatting and hanging out with everybody. So it's definitely a lot of fun, and I have learned a little bit of stuff off and on. So I got my phone is blown up. I see Roland Pickers live right now. So
competition, look out!
Mike. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, Mike, he goes live right before he'll do a little bit of a show. He always has somebody on. He's a good guy though. He's another guy that's nice and genuine. I like watching his stuff.
Yeah. Ronnie just texted me. He sent me a screenshot of our standings. Apparently, I went from 3rd place to 5th place, and Ronnie is now ahead of me. So, I'm gonna probably have my hands full, but great. But we got Kevin, the Tennessee Pickers in that league. Lauren's in there. Dwayne Hale's in there. Resell Killers, Lonnie, and then John, Cincinnati Picker, are all in there. So, we have a lot of fun. But next year, definitely a couple more people playing. Shane Rise and Grind Pickers, he's in there, but I don't know how active Shane has been lately. I think he's retail arbitraging like a monster. I think anymore.
Yeah, him and Scott. Yeah.
Oh, Lauren. Okay, Lauren just texted me too, and she said her phone data is crapping out, and apparently a construction person hit a line. She's going to try and get back in. So I guess now we know what happened to poor Lauren. So They've been
That's
doing some
horrible.
work out there, so.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
Sorry about that, guys. The mailman showed up and my dog
Oh,
got
yeah.
scared.
Mine does the same thing. UPS guy rings the doorbell.
You guys heard mine when the mail person came. I was like going, you know, and when we got that dog, we have a rescue dog. She's basically a border collie mix of some sort. But we got that dog. That dog never made a sound for almost the first 2 years that we had it. We didn't even think it could bark. Didn't even know how. It was quiet. In a way, I used to always like wish it would bark, and then after it started barking, I was like, God, I wish it would shut up. Ansley says, what? He's telling Andy to list his Polaroids during the challenge. Uh-oh, what challenge is that? Chick Picker, Valerie's listing challenge. Wish it was every day. Yeah, awesome. Glenn, that's wrong. I'm going to tell you to join Valerie's listing challenge. Yeah, I need to get on, like, do some of them groups where I'm held a little bit more accountable, but weekends are when I'm usually pretty good about listing and doing stuff. I usually always try to get my stuff done early in the morning. And then, like I said, probably when I get off of here, I'll probably go grab a sandwich, probably go hit Goodwill real quick. And then I'll come home, probably take a few photos and then work on some of the stuff that I got. And then tomorrow while football's on, usually I'll try to bang out as much as I can, but we'll see how all that goes.
Doing this stream held me accountable. I probably listed 12 or 13 things sitting here. So
that's really good. I mean, start to finish, you've got 12, 13 things up.
Yeah.
Right? That's amazing.
This is my latest one right here, the Adidas.
Oh, that is sweet. I love that. How old is that?
Let's see that, Mike. Hold that up again. Is it like a vintage Adidas? Oh, nice.
I think it's a modernish, maybe the past 10 years repop, but it's still cool. It's the trifoil color block is what it's called, with the old school Adidas logo.
Oh yeah.
And it's down. I thought there was no way in heck that this thing would be down.
That's probably about 70. That's probably $70 or more. What are you gonna list that at?
Probably more. I'm probably going to try for over $100, but we'll see. You know,
yeah.
I'm a price it high, and if it doesn't sell, bring it back down again.
Yeah, you can always ask too much and drop the price, but once you sell it, you can't.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was my favorite find last weekend. This was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Jennifer asked what the website was that pays $25. Oh, you must be talking about the Polaroids. Yeah, that's Retrospect. Actually, you can do 20. They pay $28. However you want to list it. But they pay actually, if you go to their website, they have a list on there of the prices that they pay for their cameras. They buy more than just like the Polaroid 600s. They do have a price list for different cameras that they are in search of. So definitely something you can check out. And, you know, a lot of people, I guess, don't know. They just know that they buy Polaroids, but they do buy a lot of other cameras, and they do have a max price. Man, that was fast.
Told you.
So yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, just usually what I do with mine, I just price them $27.99 free ship, and I never have an issue. So that's usually what I always tell people. And I normally always, you know, in my sales updates, I usually always will throw one in there or something like that if I've got one. And I normally always have somebody comment on the video that, oh my gosh, I've had this for months and months and months. I changed the price and it sold instantly. It's like, yeah, it's just, you know, there's no sense in trying to get $2, $3 more or whatever it is. Just list them at $28. They're going immediately.
I'll post the link to their website in the chat for anybody that wants to see what they pay.
Yeah, there you go, John. Thank you. Yep.
Some of them, if you find special cameras.
Yeah, because there's a couple they pay like up to $100 for, don't they?
Yeah.
I think the last I looked at that, I haven't looked at that list in a while, but I think the last I looked at it, there was a couple that they will pay a little bit more for.
Yeah, the special cameras, they'll pay. I have one of the pink cameras, but they'll pay $35 for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the pink one though, actually, you can get a little bit more for that on just selling that outright on eBay. I think because doesn't that go in that 40? I think it goes about $45 or so, doesn't it? I think the last I haven't sold one for a while, but I think I got close to in that $45, $50 range. I think for a pink one.
But some of these cameras, you're better off to sell by yourself, like the
right. Right.
the Barbie camera.
Right.
Like, there's no sense in sending it to them.
No.
Especially like the SX70, a grade A, they only want to pay you $65 for it. If you have the box and the manual for that, that's $200 all day long on eBay.
Sure. Now, do you know, John, do they, okay, like everybody knows they refurbish these and resell them, but do they sell these on Etsy, or where is it they sell these?
Amazon, I believe, and I used to ship. I've been selling.
Excuse me, guys.
I've been selling Polaroid cameras on eBay for years, and I used to ship a lot of them to Singapore, Thailand, and places like that. I think they used to be able to still get the film for them. I've never seen one of these SLR 680s, but they'll pay $150 for one grade A. So did you get your wife some waffle fries?
Dude, so I get no. I get down there. So this is why it didn't take that long. I didn't actually go to Chick-fil-A, man. I go down there. Like, I don't want Chick-fil-A anymore. I just want to order a pizza. I was like, okay. So I was just on my phone doing the Domino's thing, and yeah. So that's that. But I mean, I could have gotten to Chick-fil-A as quickly as I got back, but if the drive-thru wasn't long. But she changed her mind on it. If I'd known that, I would have just done it from the computer here. But alas, you know how it is, John. You're a married man. All of us are married men. I think we all know how it can be.
Yeah. My wife is a lot more like a guy. She's not really she's female. She's behind me. She's laughing at me. But like, she's not like a dude. Or she's not like a chick. She's a dude. We think a lot.
Mine is in most ways. Like my wife can outdrink me in whiskey, but you know, she and
there's nothing, and that's cool. But like my wife, God, I believe that there's divine, that sometimes God's just like, that's who you're, and for me, for her, like, we think the exact same way. It's so weird. Like, I'll say something and she's like, that's so crazy. I was just thinking the same thing. We think funny. Alike. It's just insane.
Yeah. That is kind of cool though. Yeah, we finished like, it's probably just because we've been, I don't know how, I'm guessing you guys have been married quite a while. We've been married about going on 7 years now. And like, are y'all at the point, I'm sure all of y'all are here, but like where y'all can finish each other's sentences all the time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my wife we've been together almost 14 years now, and yeah, you know exactly what they're going to do and say.
Yep.
You know how they're going to react.
How I met my wife, I was setting up town, and I seen her drive by. I was driving through town. I looked over. She's driving a little blue car, and I seen her red hair shining in the sun. And I was like, oh my gosh, who is this girl? And I didn't realize it was the same girl. I think I did, but like, we rode the bus together because my farm is like less than a mile away from her house. So we rode the bus together. It was just, if you would have told me that's who I was going to marry in high school, I would have laughed at you. I'd have been like, hey, no way ever. And it just weird how things work out.
I couldn't imagine being all of us on this panel all married up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I definitely married up.
Without a doubt.
My wife complained. She's like, she's put on a little bit of weight, and I love it. And she's like, and I'm handsy. Like I'm bad because like I'll
fatten her up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm bad, and she gets so mad at me because she don't understand that I think she's absolutely beautiful. She's had 3 of my kids, and like most people are like, my body. I'm like, I don't care. Like, women sacrifice their body on the altar of motherhood, and there's nothing more beautiful than a woman who's had children. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not saying that. I believe it, and she don't understand that, I guess. And I'm like, well, I'm freaking huge. So yeah, you're yeah. If you left me, I told her one time, if you left me and you started packing a suitcase on the bed, I'd throw one on the bed right next to you, and I would I'd pack right along with you because I'd follow you to the ends of the earth. You couldn't leave me. But sometimes I don't act like I believe that. Sometimes I'm a love hole. Sometimes.
Right.
Just sometimes. Too much information, John. Yeah, I'm a little.
So you guys, like I was telling you guys earlier, I said, I got that ring light, and then I'm trying to get a Rollo printer. Are you guys trying to get anything new for your business for Christmas, or asking for anything new?
I'm gonna try to get a new weight scale, but that's minor.
Do you get the one with where the face kind of detaches, goes off?
Yeah, I want one of those and a bigger base. A 12 or a 15-inch base.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to get one of those.
That was actually the thing that I wish I had when I did Amazon, because I used to always just use my regular scales. I got one of the basic Accutech like everybody has, but mine goes up to 85 pounds. But when I would send out my Amazon boxes, man, I hated that because I would always have to make some sort of like a little shim or something like that to get it up a little bit, and then I'd tear that out, and then I would set my boxes on there. But yeah, I kind of wish I would have had something like that.
I think for me, I need to upgrade my laptop. I mean, I'm using a POS from 2012 Lenovo, and it would be fine for if I was just doing my shipping on it and whatnot. But I'm also now using it for YouTube, and it don't work. It does not work very well.
They had some really nice.
Go ahead, John. Sorry.
They had some really nice gaming laptops that have been on sale over the past couple weeks. If you're thinking about upgrading, now's the time of the year to look. And the only reason why I say gaming laptop, because they typically have better graphics cards.
Right. They're going to be a little bit more powerful, especially for doing that sort of stuff. I seen a couple of those, and I was actually thinking about that even for myself. I was like, I'm not a gamer by any means. I really never have been. But I was like, I go, yeah, a gaming PC would be like really, really ideal for doing this, because I think they're going to be the processor's going to be better. It's going to be more memory intensive. And yeah, like John said, the graphics card is going to be way, way better.
It is, Andy. I got this. This one I'm on right now is actually a Lenovo Legion Y520, and I got it last year. And it's a gaming laptop, but it's awesome for doing this.
Yeah, that's maybe what I might need to do is get one of those, and I'll just give the wife this one, because our desktop actually took a crap. So, and I need to put a new. It's having hard drive accessibility issues, so it's either put a new hard drive in it, and it's probably about 5 years old, so it's like it's not even worth fixing anymore. So
here's the thing, though, if you park that thing out on eBay, if you take the motherboard out of that computer with the processor, you'll get like $50 or $60 for it. Not even. It's crazy.
I mean, probably even just the power supply is probably worth another $20, and yeah.
I'm a nut.
I know I could scab the thing out, but hey, Truth. Truth asks, what video camera do I use? Your picture is top notch. Actually, I'm using the Logitech C920. It's just a regular.
That's what I use.
Yeah, pretty much. I think most all of us on here all use the C920. I think there's a couple models that are just a little bit better, newer out, but man, when I upgraded mine from what I used to have, it was a game changer. And now, like right now, like up here, I did go grab one of my lights. My light kits, so because normally because since the sun goes down so early now, otherwise this would be really, really yellow in here. When I did that Poshmark show with Tanya and stuff, I was actually in the kitchen. I didn't have my lights up, and it was nice and bright when we started it. It's like the sun started. I was like, oh my gosh! It just got worse and worse and worse. And I was like, okay, it's like, well, if we do this, I might be on here for a couple hours. I'm just gonna go grab my light. And I'll just set it. I'll just go set one of those up, and it doesn't look too bad. So.
I like the C920 or whatever it is. There's one that's a little bit better, but for what we do, the C920 is better. The autofocus on it's better.
C920.
So if you're trying to show something, it focuses better than the other one. The other one sucks when it comes to focusing.
Really? Yeah, because I think there's a C930.
Yes.
Which, yeah. Yeah, because I think Chad, Golden Finger Picker, I think he's got a little different camera than what we do, and I think that's it. I'm sure his is just a little bit better, but I know like his quality is really, really good.
Where he lives at in Florida, he probably has outside.
Well, yeah, he's got good light too, probably all the time around. But
yeah.
I mean, honestly, dirty little secret. What I'm using right now is the built-in POS that's in this 2012 laptop. I need to get my webcam on point.
There you go. Just use some of that AdSense money. Yeah,
what AdSense money? I'm not monetized.
You'll be doing good with that here before long. You'd like going
start up a Patreon. You can do that now.
Yeah.
And be like, you got a couple
Patreon subscribers, don't you, Mike?
Yeah, I got 2. Get $9 a month.
Hey, you know what? It's $9 more than you had before, right?
Yeah,
that's better than zero,
right?
Your Netflix.
Yeah, right.
It's Netflix money.
You know, like I said, if it wasn't for Patreon, I wouldn't get anything off of this. So $9 is better than zero.
You know, yeah, but you know what? Your watch minutes are getting up there, and you're already probably more than halfway to. What are you, 500-600 people, 500 to 600 subs already?
Low 500s, 5 something.
I bet you're at 1,000 within the next 2 months.
I hope so. I mean, my watch minutes are still.
You could be at 1,000 in the next couple of weeks if all works out right. I mean, you've been getting a lot of love from a lot of really good people. I mean, people definitely realizing,
all it takes is you guys obviously have helped a ton, but all it takes is a little bearded picker hug of
yeah, right. Yeah. You get the Scott endorsement, or you get the Pete endorsement, and you can just retire.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yep. Real fast, guys, because we have a lot of people in chat right now. If you don't mind, if you could take 2 minutes, Andy has generously linked everyone's channel below. If you're not subscribed to any of those guys, Lauren, John, myself, Mike over at Newfound Past Thrifts, please go ahead and subscribe to us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, somebody said that the links weren't working, but they will be after this is all done. For whatever reason, when I copied them, I either might have copied something wrong or whatever, but I will make sure that they are working now.
No worries. But yeah, or you just click on our little dots. All of us.
Yep. Click next to their names, and there's like 3 little dots, and you can go right to their channel and subscribe to them as well. So
there goes John. John's clutch. Putting the links in. But yeah, what about you, Andy? What about you? Are you getting anything new for the business that's coming?
Well, like I said, I got that ring light. I do know I'm getting that, so I'm super excited for that. So I think that's going to help with some of my clothing pictures a little bit. Just because I get some shadowing sometimes on some of my stuff that I like when I'm doing like full length stuff. Usually my close-up stuff's always really good, but what I'm doing, if I got a big jacket or I got something, a lot of time, I'm kind of far back, and the way that I have my lights are kind of like pointed like this, and I have to have them at kind of like I have one that kind of sits high and one kind of sits a little bit low, so I can get as much light as I can. But occasionally, I get like a little dark spot, you know what I mean, that I don't like. So I'm hoping that ring light's going to help. And especially like when I'm doing like the smaller close-up stuff, I can get that ring light right in there. And, because it has that big open spot in it, that I can put my phone. I just use my phone for all my photos. So I can set my phone in there and then take my photos. I think you could also set it like I think you could actually have like a mount, where you can put your thing in your phone for those ring lights. But because I think Ryan and Allie Roots, I think they use one of those, and I thought I'd seen somebody else. I don't know if it's I don't know if Wade uses ring lights or not, but I just really like the way that they look. So and it wasn't overly expensive. Like I said, I think it was like $69, $70, something like that. Not crazy
at all. Not at all.
And I think lighting is just one of those things that I don't think you could ever have too much lighting. It makes such a huge difference. You know what I mean?
100% agree. And I mean, and like you said, Andy, and I think my pictures aren't anywhere near yours, but clothing, with clothing, pictures are very important because you can squeeze out those couple extra dollars on your listings when you have better photos. I'm a firm believer of that.
Exactly. I get that, and I get that an awful lot. They're like, man, you know, I don't know how you continually get this amount for this, you know, X item, and you know, when it trends at, we'll just say it trends at $17, but you're always getting $20 for it or whatever. And it's like going, honestly, just me personally, it's photography, and yeah, I mean, I might take a couple extra minutes to do, you know, a little bit of editing, or you know, maybe you know, a crop here or there, but I think in the end, it definitely pays off, you know.
In a lot of my listings, you know, I'm just like, well, I don't know if I'm just like everybody else, but you know, I'll list high, and I know for a fact I have set the high bar on prices on purchases. So
my cat would never let me hold it like that. My cat is a jackass.
He's a good booty.
He's a jackhole. I love my cat, but he like only wants attention when he wants it. I want a cat like that, but I got a cat like not like that. I just hit you up with like 8 subs, so you should see an increased subs.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
He wants down now. He's really nice, but he wants down. He wants down.
Yeah, right. You're at 543 subs now.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Thanks, John.
Get you close to that 1,000. I have my son's account on here, so I can. I did channel art for him. I'm gonna actually post his link in the chat. I don't care, people, really. I mean, if they sub to me, they sub to me. That's cool. But if anybody would go over and just sub to my son, he's 11, and he'd appreciate that.
This is the other one's brother.
Oh, did you have a black one?
Huh?
Don't you have a black one?
Unfortunately, the black one passed away 2 weeks ago. She had lymphoma. We had to have her put down. So, yeah, it's pretty sad.
Hey, did you guys? That's changed subject. But did you guys? Moonlight I had a serious question here. Did anyone get that? I haven't. Like I said, the boss called, so I had to take it. I had to take it, answer that call. But Moonlight asked what was it? To change an address for an item being purchased, can you do it without eBay having a fit? So, did anyone answer that? I was just kind of curious.
Were they talking about someone buying an item? Is that what?
Yeah, and probably wanting it like shipped to a different address, like they'd probably moved, or you know.
You got it. Yeah. What I it depends, but unless it's a confirmed address, I wouldn't send the item because you're not covered if it's not a confirmed address through PayPal. But
right.
It's I have had a couple of times where I've done it for people, but it's usually been people with high feedback accounts.
Yeah,
I
do it. As long as they ask for it, and then that way I have the record and like an email from it. I will do it because, like I said, eBay covers you, but yeah, as you say, PayPal does not. So
they do not. No.
I haven't had an issue with it, I guess, per se. So, and it's usually always on a piece of clothing. It seems for some reason. So, I'm not out anything for the most part. I mean, even if something does get, if there is an issue. So I don't.
That is the other part of it. If it's an expensive item, if it's
then that's a totally different. Yeah. I mean, if I'm selling $100 item, I'm probably not doing that. I'm going to have them either change it themselves. I'll just send them a message and have them change it. But I mean, if we're doing, like I said, if it's a piece of clothing, I'm in it for $3 or whatever it is. I could care less. It's just it's not costing me anything one way or the other.
Obviously it's not completely rolled out yet, but that is the good aspect if eBay does this new payment system right. You won't get double tapped on, somebody loses their eBay case, they can't go to PayPal and win that one.
Right. Now that you brought that up, have you guys actually tried to buy from somebody that's actually opted into that program?
No.
Okay, so I actually I went to go buy some shipping supplies actually from somebody that I've purchased from multiple times. I can't remember which outfit it is, but it's somebody I buy a lot of my stuff from. I always just go to my history, and it's like, hey, that's who I buy my, well, anyway, now they have opted into that program. Well, because since they've opted into that program, I can't use PayPal. It's not, PayPal is no longer an option. So now I can't buy from that person. I mean, I can, but I guess I would have to put in a credit card and do all that sort of stuff. I want to pay with PayPal. So I'm hoping, when like this whole Adyen thing takes over, that PayPal will still always be an option, like, where you can select that, hey, I can either pay with my Visa or I can pay with PayPal. I mean, like when you go to a lot of different places, like, like for instance, like you guys, I'm a big, cigar aficionado. I buy cigars from different cigar places, but that's always an option, is I could pay with PayPal or I could pay with a credit card. So I'm hoping that that's something that they do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because who knows what they're going to do, actually. So I was surprised when, because eBay owned PayPal. Why did they spin them off and sell them anyway if they were going to do their own payment system? I don't really understand that, but who knows the internal workings,
Did Justin just say pizza guy's here now? Didn't you just go to Chick-fil-A and now you're getting the pizza?
You missed it. You changed your mind. You wanted pizza.
Oh, okay. Okay. Our little side chat over here for the guys are just watching. Yeah, I haven't been really paying attention to any of that, and I just happened to glance and it says, "Be right back, pizza guy." And I'm like, didn't he just go to Chick-fil-A? Like, now he's getting a pizza?
He's hungry.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
That's great. I thought the truth asked, or one of the other asked something else up here earlier too. I thought I'd missed, but
Justin did talk about his new GoPro.
Yeah. So you got the Hero 7 Black, correct?
Yeah, here it is.
Awesome.
Right there. This is what I was filming with. This is why my video is shaky. I was holding it with this little tripod, and I definitely need to get at least like a more stable like selfie stick if I don't go with the gimbal. But,
gimbals can be expensive, but yeah.
Yeah, they can be.
Now, how come yours seems to be so shaky, but like Scott's and Shane's and stuff like that isn't? You know what I mean? Because I know they both are running the Hero 7 Black.
Longer.
So they're just doing something a little different than what you're doing. Yeah, because actually that's
I was just holding it. I probably wasn't like, because it's a tripod, right? And so it has like the three things. I think just holding it instinctively is moving around more on this thing than it would be like on a selfie stick or any sort of other mount that it was solid.
I've never had or used a GoPro, but make sure it doesn't have some weird stabilization mode. Who knows? I don't know.
Right. Or if it's like the frame rate or something like that, might make it like whatever mode you got it set might make it maybe more stable versus non-stable. Yeah, because that's
so I had the
stable
stuff on, but I think the issue was I was running at 60 frames per second, and it was probably a little too jerky. I was trying to pull orders, and I was just holding the camera like this. And I probably should have like a knockoff Willipod and wrapped it around.
Right. Now, on the front, like, I know nothing about the GoPros, and it's something I've been thinking about getting. And obviously, I mean, I know that Hero 7 Black is like supposedly amazing. Now, like, how do you, like, when you set that up or you're like filming yourself, like, how do you know that it's actually like, does it have like a front face like camera, like it where it puts like a screen out so you can actually see yourself on there, or is it? Okay, so you're just guessing that it's getting you in the image, or?
Well, so there's two things, and John posted a good video today if you want to like kind of set it up this way. But the GoPro app allows for like whatever's showing on the viewfinder to display on your phone. So you can have
cool.
Yeah, so like the viewfinder is on the back, right? So like that's where that is.
Right.
But you could have this like this, so you could see what is going on.
Okay.
And
so it'll kind of like Bluetooth or like kind of syncs to your phone then.
Yeah, it's almost like the GoPro has its own Wi-Fi and like it communicates that way.
Okay, that's awesome.
You can delete stuff off your SD card from your phone.
Yeah,
nice.
You can watch video too. You can edit the video and all kinds of stuff. That was that Casey Neistat video, how to vlog like Casey Neistat. Yeah, that was that guy's. Even if you don't like his content, watching some Casey Neistat. If you're a content creator, that guy's got it figured out. He knows how to stage his shots, and he's just, man, he's absolutely amazing. But anyways, I was thinking about maybe buying a like an iPhone 6 or something that was what do they call it, iCloud locked or whatever, or
Okay.
like you just need a phone that you can put that app on. You don't need to make phone calls with it. You just want to use it for the screen, and maybe get a Samsung, like a Galaxy like S6 or something like that, and it can be locked, carrier locked, or whatever you call it, whatever you can't use it.
Right.
But you just want it to where you can access the store, so you can download and put that app on there. And you could probably buy it for buy one for $50, and it'll give you the camera, because there's an adapter that goes to the side of the aluminum GoPro housing, and you can attach that camera. And you don't need a big screen. Honestly, you could probably just you could probably get by with, it'd be nice if you could use like the old iPhone 4, but you can't do anything with them anymore.
Awesome. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Jim's Jams and Junk. I haven't seen you in the chat in a long time, man. Nice to see you, bud. Awesome.
Yeah, he was over at one of Lonnie's premieres recently too. It's good to see his
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Jim's been around for a long time. I haven't seen him in the thing for a while. Hey, there's Lauren.
Is your internet still out, Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren. Do you need me to send you the link again, or do you want to pop in? Because actually, I have a question for you that I need you to help me with. So, if you could pop back in here, and Glenn just popped out. So. Maybe we should do another working hangout again tomorrow. Hey, I'm down, and I don't really care. You guys want to do it here? If you want to do it on Justice thing or whatever, I'm okay with that. I really don't have anything I don't think going on tomorrow, so I'm probably just going to try to list and watch a little football. So
Sundays are my thrifting days.
Well, oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I try to go out real early in the morning on Sunday, but because like I said, it's
we're getting 7 crap tomorrow.
What's that?
I forgot we were. I said we're getting 7 inches of snow tomorrow. I'm not doing crap.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 7 inches.
I had to go out to my dad's this morning. He called me, and my dad's got a great big John Deere tractor with a plow and all that sort of stuff on it. And but I hate having to put that thing on every year, rip the deck off, and do all that sort of stuff. And I was just talking to one of my buddies the other day. I was like, man, I go, I wish my dad would get a regular snowblower. I go, they're not hurting at all. And I was like, I wish I go, that way we don't have to do this anymore. So my dad calls me this morning, right before you guys got a hold of me. And he was like, hey, he goes, I just bought a snowblower. He goes, can you come out and help me get it out of my truck? It's really heavy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes. So I went out there and helped him put the thing all together and what have you. So yeah, now my dad's got a regular snowblower. So now hopefully when I go rip the blade off the tractor and stuff, it'll be the last time. Putting the chains on that thing and everything else was always just a big pain in the butt doing that every year. And then in the spring, then having to it was always just a big pain in the butt. But so yeah, it'll be nice to have that. So Jim's Junk says, I didn't realize I had 20 subscribers and I have no content. That's awesome.
I know before I was doing like regular YouTube videos, doing this type of stuff, flipping stuff, I would post YouTube videos for testing electronics.
Right.
The stuff I had listed on eBay, and just off that, I had like 8 or 9 subscribers.
Mike, honestly, that'd be a great how-to video. And I know Lonnie has a couple of those out, but you know what I mean? I mean, I think that would be a really, really good, video, as far as for how to, because are you embedding those videos into your listings? You should do a video like that. It's something I've thought about doing, but I really haven't done that. But because you run across, I think, more of those sort of items that need to be, I guess, kind of showcased in that format. It's something I think you should definitely do. And I would definitely have no problem, referring those videos and stuff like that to people.
Yeah. Well, I got a few pieces I do need to test, so I may just do a double video, yeah, I'll figure something out. But yeah,
Yeah.
probably do something like that.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, I do the same thing, Mike. I have a separate YouTube channel just for my eBay store.
See, I think that's probably something I should probably do as well. I guess I just hate having like all these like multiple accounts on every single platform that I'm on. It's just like I can't keep track. It's like I literally have like this notebook at home, and I swear to God, if we ever have a fire at my house, that's the first thing I've got to grab, other than like maybe a photo album or two. Because rarely people have anything on in a photograph anymore. But it's like, God, I have everything wrote down in this stinking notebook. I mean, all my passwords, all my accounts, but it's just like every platform I'm on, I have multiple accounts. Well, it's so hard to keep track of all that stuff. But yeah, it would be a great idea. And not all of us are like John, who've got like 12 YouTube accounts.
I may have to. I'll probably do that electronics how-to video on eBay, but I may have to make a separate YouTube account just for testing electronics, because I could see a buyer, seeing my test video and then going back and watching the whole video.
He's like, hey, wait a minute, you paid $7 for this. I just paid $150 for it. Yeah, I totally get it.
They'll see that brand new DVD VCR combo I got for $10 and sold for $550. They'll be like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
That's awesome.
More than likely, though, they just sub to your channel because if they're interested, if they're went that far, they're just interested. I used to print off little stickers and put them on every one of my packages that talked about my YouTube channel, and I never got any negative. But I would print it off on my Dymo laser printer, and it had my logo, and it said "Follow us on YouTube."
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I would not do that. Like, hey, obviously you said you had no negativity out of it, but man, that is not something I would do.
That's ballsy, John.
But of course, when I do my haul videos or I do my sales video, I don't tell people what I pay for it. I just say
and we were just talking about that on the last time we all got together. I was like, I go anymore. Yeah, when I do my haul videos and stuff, I rarely ever discuss what it is, say what I actually pay for it. Everybody that watches these videos, they all know that we got a great deal on this stuff. But at the same time, people that still watch these videos, they're like, hey, would you sell that, to me or to whatever? And I've gotten several sales, from people that subscribe to this channel and they want to watch these videos. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I probably should do it. Now, like, I might do it like a cost averaging. I was like, hey, I bought, 50 items. My average cost for all these items was, $2.47. Whatever. That's fine. But, that's fine. But you know what I mean? Yeah, they don't need to know that, hey, on that one item, you know what I mean, that I got listed for, $60 that I actually only paid, $3 for it. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody here is smart enough. They all know that we all get good deals on stuff because they're all doing the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I would print out and put on each one of my
wow, that's crazy.
One of my packages. And I would get new subs. People would sub me.
That's crazy.
It's just flipping.
That is ballsy. That is ballsy.
It's turning customers into
into subscribers. Yeah, I get it.
But like I said, I don't do many haul. I do sold videos, but I don't discuss what I pay for this stuff.
Right. Now, do you have business cards, John?
Yeah, I do. I have.
And then do you put your YouTube channel on your business cards?
Yep.
Okay. How about you, Justin? Do you do that as well?
I have business cards. I don't have my YouTube channel on it. One, I had them made before I had the YouTube channel, and two, I'm typically giving them to people that I'm trying to work out, like kind of like what Lonnie's been doing lately with that one guy he's buying from. I give my card to people that have a good source of product that I want to continually buy from them, and I don't necessarily. They know I'm reselling it, but I don't want that price to creep up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Mike, do you do anything like that? Do you have like a business card or anything, or are you just kind of?
It's funny because my wife and I were just talking about that today, and she's working on some new logos and stuff for me. So once she gets those done, and I probably will order some, but we'll see.
Does your wife have like a graphics background or anything like that? Yeah. Oh, awesome! Yeah, well,
she has her master's degree She has her master's degree in architecture. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And she taught all that crap for years at Mizzou.
Right. Mike's wife is an international woman of mystery. She's
she has to be.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good for her. Yeah, I've actually thought about having somebody like do rework a logo or do something for me where it's not quite as cartoony, or I don't know, just so it's a little more professional, because it's something I don't have yet is business cards. I always just but it's something I've been wanting to get and to do, especially but last year my thrifty or my garage sale season and all that stuff, where you kind of make a lot of those contacts and do that sort of stuff, it was just not where it was the year before. I had a lot of things going on. This year's probably going to be about similar, because we have another big wedding again this year and what have you. But hopefully by the next year that I get things back on track. But I'd still like to be able to pass those out to different people and say, hey, this is what I do, this is what I look for, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you never can tell we're going to make a contact.
Exactly.
I have 2 different business cards. If I'm looking for somebody, if I'm looking to make a contact to sell something to somebody, this is my it's my separate business. It's my Show Me Pickers business card. It's just got a basic card. This was my card for when we had the store, and we had at the bottom of it that when you came in, for every $5 you spent, if you spent $50 in the store, we'd punch the card, and you would get like $5 off your next purchase.
Nice.
And then on the back of it, it just had the Edgar Allan Poe signature, and at the bottom it says, "Quote the Raven, nevermore." And then now this is the one that I use now. And it's got the YouTube logo on it real big, eBay, Facebook. And that's pretty much my phone number. You guys call me anytime you want. I don't care. I won't answer. I'm not going to I never answer my phone. I don't even need one. And if I know that I'm going to make a contact with somebody that I don't want to know that I do YouTube, then I hand them the Show Me Pickers card, and they can get in touch with me through my website. And if you go to my website, I actually have a submission form to where you can submit items that you want me to purchase right from my website. You can upload photos of it, how much you want for it, and that way people. What was that?
You get a lot of hits with that.
Yeah, actually I do. Now that I'm on Facebook, I get a lot more stuff through my Facebook page.
So you have essentially like a Facebook, like a fan page type of thing. It's kind of like
we've got a
Antiques page.
Yeah, we got about 3,000 followers.
Do you really?
But
wow.
Yeah, this is the submission page on my website. You put in your name, your email address, your street address, city, zip, phone number, information, price, and then you can upload 3 pictures. And then you just hit send email, and it goes straight to my email. So I found some neat stuff that way. Made some pretty cool contacts.
That's really cool. That's a really cool idea, John.
Yeah, and
it's a great way to source without actually having to go sourcing.
But what's funny is that if you go to my website, let me go click on the return home. If you go to the bottom, it's got like my YouTube videos anyway. So you ain't gonna hide it from people, but most people don't care. They aren't gonna put 2 and 2 together, and if they do, this is my philosophy about it. Guess what? There's a million people out there to buy from. If you don't want to sell me your stuff, that's fine.
Did you guys read the comment from The Truth? I got to read this out loud for the people that aren't following the chat or watch this later on the replay. We were talking about doing labels or printing out different things. The Truth goes, I print a label that says, remember, I know where you live for everything I ship. That's great.
That's funny. That is funny. And I've thought about that. How could you be ignorant to somebody who's got your personal information?
Yeah. Now touching on that, and this is just a question I got for Do you guys all have PO boxes set up, or do you guys just do everything through your personal address?
I have a PO box. Yeah.
Now, does all is that where like your returns go, or do you have? Is that like set up as like your main addresses, like for your eBay account, or?
Yeah, that's where all my returns go. That's where the return address for all my packages go to, because I don't want some fool out there with my home address.
Right, but when you okay, so when you ship an item through eBay, it's actually attached to your PO box, then correct? Yeah. Okay.
Unless I have to do a FedEx shipment, of course,
correct.
And then I have to be creative.
Because I actually asked at the post office the other day about that, and it is super cheap. And to be honest, it's like
like $100 a year.
Yeah, I think it was like $60 a year. Yeah, 100 if I got like the big box or something like that. And that's actually not bad at all. Yeah. Do you do that, Justin? Do you do a PO box, or you just go right to the house?
No. So if you want to know where I live, just go to my store, Collectors Corner, VA, order something. You'll have my address.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we have stalkers.
You're a big boy like me, right? You want to come to my house? Come to my house. You know. Yeah.
And then, guys, like that's all I'm gonna say. It is Virginia. We're strapped down here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we are.
I live at the end of a dead end road. If you're on my property, I have a gun. I have multiple guns that are available at any given time. I don't really worry about it. I don't want to have to go into the post office and check a PO box. I'm lazy. Kill me. If you want, send me home to be with sweet baby Jesus. I'm okay with it. I ain't gonna be paranoid about people knowing my. If you go drive 500 miles to kill me, you can look me up on the internet and find my address anyways.
You know, and it's funny because you hear people that that's happened with, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, I think like, was it Mike Global Voodoo's had like issues with, people like that. And I think there's been some other, and I'm like, that's just crazy. I mean, there's some crazy people out there.
There are.
But here's the thing with that is, crap, I don't even remember where I was going with it, but, dude,
I'm the same man.
Yeah, the thing with that is we don't live in the day and age we live in. Privacy is an illusion. It's done. Like privacy's been done for the last 50 years. Your video saved everywhere you go. Anyone with a computer can figure out where you are just based off your name. Like the age of privacy is over with. Like the illusion that you're keeping any of your information private is just that, an illusion. In my opinion, I know a guy that could like find anything on you, could find your doorstep photo just by having your name. So
correct. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not going to live in fear.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to bring that illusion on people. I'm not scared of anyone. I'm not afraid of anything.
Right.
Oh no, Mike would greet it with a gun.
Right. I mean, yeah, this day and age, and like I said, yeah, I mean, and the less that you put out there, what I mean, like I said, if you want to come. I mean, that's you don't know what you're going to end up with when but yeah, I get where I live, but yeah. Yeah, I was always just kind of curious. Hey, Hickory Springs is in the chat. If you want to join us, Hickory Springs, let me know, and I'll send you a link. You can pop in here. We'll pick your brain.
I know Holly. I run up there. I know she's grabbed. She used to run a gun store back in the day.
That's what. Okay, that's what it is. I run amok. I was like, I've been trying to figure out. I haven't like said this name because I'm like, I cannot pronounce this name. I don't know what this name is. And they've been here since probably about almost the beginning. I'm like going, what is that name? I feel like an idiot now. Yeah, I run amok. Oh my God.
One of those like one-off chats that we all have. She's in one of my one-off chats. She's a cool girl.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I've heard you reference her a couple times in a couple of your things. So awesome.
She's funny.
Really good. Yeah. Justin brought me here. Yeah, if you want to come in here, Holly, yeah, you're more than welcome as well. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we still got about 50 people here in the chat. If you guys want to pop in and hang out for a little bit, you're more than welcome. Hickory Springs says, I'm in my pajamas all day. Perfect. Hey, we don't discriminate. Pajamas are welcome.
Yeah, me too.
Don't they do that over on Alma? Was it My Thrifted Escapes? Doesn't she do like a late night pajama listing party or something like that? I think her and was it Todd from was it My Thrifted Escape or something like that? Don't they all do?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well,
or no, Todd's what is Todd's channel?
Todd is Flippin' Hustler.
Flippin' Hustler. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like Todd a lot.
Yeah, I've been on Todd's show a couple times. I popped in and talked to him. It seems like he always goes live whenever I'm like either at work or I'm not, like around. But yeah,
like 3 o'clock Eastern is when he's up.
Yeah, I run amongst us. Yeah, the thrifting pajama party. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this: when I do my morning shows, I haven't showered barely. I basically throw on like a t-shirt and I hit live, and I'm just like, whatever.
Right.
My hair crazy. I don't care.
Yeah. So somebody asked earlier, and I don't know if it was Mother's Mustache or I think it was Mother's Mustache, or somebody asked me if I was wearing a G Unit T-shirt. No, I'm the farthest. I am the farthest thing from a G Unit here. Actually, I'm wearing a Lagunitas craft beer.
Guess it says G.
That's about the farthest thing from the G Unit I could possibly be.
No, look. If you look at your shirt, it does say G Unit.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it's just the way that it's said there. But I can assure you, it's Lagunitas. So yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it does say G Unit. Well, I didn't even catch that.
That really made my day. I don't know.
Is now known as G Unit.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, guys, it's been fun.
Ansley just goes, Andy, LOL. I was like, holy hell, Andy's wearing a gangster shirt. Yeah, I'm about as far from gangster as as one could be. That is hilarious.
All right, guys, you guys have fun. I gotta run. We're gonna go out and eat dinner.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Where you go, Mike? What are you gonna have? You have anything good?
I don't know. Wherever she wants to go. We have everything around here. So
happy life, happy life.
Right.
Yep.
So mine does that. She's like, hey, or I'll ask her where she wants to go, and it's wherever you want to go, and then we always end up wherever she wants to go. And it's like, I don't know, why do I try? Why do I even try?
Gotta put forth the effort. All right, guys, take it easy.
Awesome. Hey, it was nice seeing you, Mike. That's too funny.
Mike's. I really
Mike is, you know what? Mike is a great guy, and you know what? Like I said, I run across Mike's channel. I bet you he didn't have 12 subscribers. I don't even know how. I think it was like I logged onto YouTube one day. He posted a video. I clicked on it and it was like, oh, who's this? I had, I love new channels. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, I didn't recognize his name, and I was like, oh, sweet. And I think it was like a haul video or sales update video. Just it was something that whatever it was, it caught my attention. I clicked on it. And I was like, huh. I go, I was listening. I was like, man, I go, I like this guy. I was like, you know what? And I go, and just listening to him, I was like, he really knows what he's talking about. Like he really picks up on this guy knows what he's talking about. And just like everybody's first video, a couple of videos, my God, they're rough. I mean, my God. I think I've deleted my first couple of videos. They might still be on there. I can remember talking to Lonnie one day. He said that whenever he meets new people, the very first thing he does is he goes and watches their very first video. And when he told me that, I literally crawled inside myself, and I was like, oh my God, this major YouTuber to watching my very first videos. And they're the most god awful, horrible freaking videos on the planet. And I think I used to say something I got beat up for this for the longest time because I used to say there was something I used to say on my video. It was I would say I would say like a million times in my first videos, and I would get just beat up by people. And so then I started owning it, and it's like, okay, I know I say a lot, but it was I just didn't know where I was going a lot of times, or I'm thinking way ahead of myself, and so I'd be talking, and I'm like, and then we just say, and then it was just kind of funny. So I used to get beat up really, really bad at first, and then I just owned it, and then it just kind of became a part of my thing, and then it disappeared a little bit, but there's occasionally times that, I still drop an here or there, you know what I mean? But it was just like, yeah, my first ones were just riddled with They were horrible.
I still, dude, I'm still an Like I'm more of a because like
right,
like I'm thinking like 10 sentences ahead of my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of how I was. I was always like way ahead of myself, and then I'm trying to catch up, and then I'm like, and I'm like, oh, and I would try, and then so like when I would be doing like sometimes then when I would be like recording videos, I was trying to like cut them out. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh my God, these are horrible. I'm like going, how many can I get cut out? And I'm like, and they still have a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was terrible.
You want to know this is a confession. I'll say it. I still don't know how to cut crap out of videos. That's why I like live, because I don't even know how to edit a video to even cut. Like, I have no clue. I really need to study up on video editing.
Mr. Sadie said his last video was his first attempt at editing after years of being on YouTube. Yeah. I do. I love doing live, but just kind of like when we first started this morning, I was like 40 and slipping all kinds of stuff right out the gate, and I was like, what? I don't even know where my mind is at the moment. I mean, I had like 9 million things going on. I had all kinds of technical difficulties setting this channel up. I wasn't even sure I was going to get a link out to these poor guys, and I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't do a lot of live, so it's not like super, on point like some of these guys. I just activated something on my computer. Crap. Was the truth saying? The truth said I decided to start videos when I caught myself criticizing if people are willing to put the. I think you're right, Truth. Yeah, when you start criticizing people, put yourself out there, and when you do put yourself out there, you open yourself up to a lot. I mean, you better be, minding your P's and Q's and on point with a lot of stuff, because man, there's a million people that are watching your stuff, and they will nitpick and pick apart every little flaw or every little thing you say. But also, though, you get a lot of the people though that they hang on every word you say as well.
And see, I don't want either one. I don't really, like, for me personally, I don't want anyone to hang on what I say, and I don't really care to hear what they think of what I have this.
Right.
I know that maybe isn't popular.
It's gonna happen though.
Yeah, it does. And the bigger you get, it's almost like the worse it gets. Like I said, I'm really happy where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? With I got just the right amount of hate and just the right amount of love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, occasionally, I get a little hate, but at the same time, though, the love way outweighs that, and I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, I gotta be careful.
Right, go ahead.
I'm a smart I'm a smart butt. Sorry.
Right. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so I gotta be careful not to because I can see myself getting at it in the comments, and it's not worth my time.
And I think with me, and that's why I always have all my comments always go to be reviewed first, because it gives me a minute to. Yeah, I'm pretty quick-witted. I'm pretty sharp and pretty if you want to engage me, I'm kind of my wife. She kind of calls me. She'll call me Twisty, or she calls me Twister, because I'm great at spinning stuff around. And I'm really good at when somebody comes at me with something, I can make you look stupid really quick. It's just it's just it's just a quality I have, but it's just I've been around, and so she'll say and sometimes even when she comes at me with certain things, she'll get mad at me because I could twist something that she says around and make her kind of look and I don't do it on purpose, but sometimes it's wait a minute. And I'll spin it, and she's like, "Oh, you're doing your little twisty thing, blah blah blah." I can't help you. Made this too easy. You know what I'm saying? So by putting a lot of that stuff, where I have to review it, I got to take a couple minutes. Do I want to share this? Do I want to engage this person? Do they even deserve my time? No. So it's just most of the time it's just we'll just leave that out. If you're gonna. I don't want my channel to be a negative channel by any means. I think it's pretty positive. I think the people that I have on my channel and the people that I support and I think that support me are all very, very positive people. And that's what I want. You know, I don't want a bunch of, you know, negative Nancy's around. I don't need that in my life. And I don't support that on my channel. So I'm not going to promote you or your agenda, whatever that is.
Right. Yep.
So, yep. Monty says, I speak Texan, not English. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, you guys got anything else? My God, we've been on here, what, about 2.5 hours?
3 hours.
Have we really been? No, did we?
3 hours and 6 minutes.
Oh my God, we did start it at 2 o'clock, didn't we? Yep. Holy crap. Yeah, I didn't even realize it's been that long. Just sitting here. That's the part that's just great. You know, I mean, you just start kind of hanging out with friends and just talking and stuff like that. It just kind of flows. And, you know, sometimes I'm kind of a shy guy. And, you know, some people are like going, really, you're shy? Because you seem to talk an awful lot, you know. But, yeah, you know, when you talk about things that you love and hanging out with people that you like and you guys got similar interests and stuff like that, yeah, it definitely can be a lot of fun. So, yeah, any of you guys that are here or anything like that, if you guys have any other questions for us or anything, you can feel free to fire them away. But otherwise, yeah, probably we'll get out of here and let these fine gentlemen get back to doing some work.
I've got a whole car to unload, but I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow or next week.
I know my goal for this weekend is I'm hoping to unload all 3 of these Polaroids in less than an hour. So I got them all cleaned up. I'm gonna go down and photograph them, and hopefully I can have them all listed. And my goal is to unload them all in an hour. So hopefully that'll be awesome.
Oh yeah, they'll be gone in an hour if you price them right for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just hoping. I think, like I said, I think I'm just gonna post them all on. I'm just going to do them all in a bundle, and hopefully I can just ship them all in one box. I think that's going to be great. I mean, like I said, if I can turn that $9 into 60 or 70, I'll be super happy with that. So,
yep. John, send me photos of that Western wear. If you decide you don't want to list it, I might see if you.
Whenever I pull it out, it's cool, man. Like the pants.
Western wear. You guys ever pick up Panhandle Slim?
I have sold it before. I don't remember what it's been so
okay,
long.
I ran across some the other day with some Pearl Snap stuff, and I couldn't remember if that was like, and I didn't bother. Like I said, I had my hands full. I didn't bother looking it up, but I couldn't remember if that was like a decent Western brand or not.
I think if I remember correctly, I think I got around 25 for it. I mean, it's not like
it's not overly desirable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kid Rock.
It's a little bit above.
Kid Rock what?
It says Kid Rock pays off $81,000 worth of layaways at a Nashville Walmart.
That's crazy.
It's amazing. Kid Rock is awesome. I've always been a fan.
I just sold a Kid Rock snapback hat for like $38 or something like that. Shane Rez, Grand Picker, and I, we were actually thrifting together, and he was out scanning books, and I was kind of wandering around the store, and I found this really cool Kid Rock hat, and I wasn't sure. Like I was like, well, it's Kid Rock. It's kind of cool, but I was like, I wonder how this thing's going to do. And so I kind of counted out while he was in scanning books and doing things. And I pulled up and I'm like, wow, there's actually like not a lot of them. And I'm like, I go, I think I can list this actually pretty decent. So I scooped that sucker up, and I think it sold in about 3-4 weeks or something like that for, $38 is pretty good for a snapback. You know what I'm saying?
It was blue, white, and red, right?
Yeah. It almost looked like the Kingsford charcoal like type of logo and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, so that was I would have bought that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just hoping this Iowa Hawkeyes hat sells that I got. I got this really awesome Hawkeyes hat that I picked up when I was with him as well. He'd actually seen it the day before, but it was pretty beat. And then Rod had Reselling with Rob. He was in here just a little while ago, and I don't think he's still around, but he was in here a little while ago. He posted a couple comments. I even invited him on here if he wanted to. He's got Rod has got an amazing hat restoration video, and I used that video to restore this hat. And I've got it on my Instagram. If you guys, it's Pearhead_picker. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, you guys got to look at this hat. It's an awesome Iowa Hawkeyes like bowl type hat. It has a gator, a rose, and a peach. So it's like it commemorates 3 bowls. I put that up on my Instagram. I've got that thing listed for like $98, $99. It's right around $100. This hat is it just looks is so cool. And yeah, I scooped it up for like $1. Shane said he was going to grab it, but he goes, I didn't know. He goes, it was kind of beat, but I took it. I totally restored it using Rod's method. He's got a great video on his channel. Shows how he does it, and man, it came out awesome. I actually talked to Rod a few times, you know, like just through Instagram and stuff like that. I couldn't thank him enough for that. And I got a couple other hats that I want to take and try and do that same method too. And the best part of like how I did it was even when I went to go do my photographs, I didn't even have to do no prep to this. Like a lot of times when I photograph hats, like I'll stuff them with like usually I always got like a milk crate full of Goodwill bags. Like, you know, I don't know what you guys all do with your Goodwill bags and stuff, but you always have like a million of them. I always have like a milk crate full of Goodwill bags. I always just throw them in this little milk crate. Well, I always use them bags to stuff my hats. And I use those to shape hats. So when I do take photos of hats and what have you, I'll stuff them all with the bags, and I'll set them out, and so it's got a nice shape to it, and then I'll do my photographs that way. But yeah, I didn't even have to do that with that hat. It held its perfect shape. It had no wrinkles, no creases in it. It was just a really, really neat. Just the way that it came out awesome.
Our Goodwill quit giving out bags.
Really?
Yeah,
they just hand you your stuff like here's your crap.
Here's your crap. Have fun carrying it out. I told them, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I said, I'm going to start parking on the far end of the parking lot. And I'm going to throw all my crap into this cart. I just took my arm and just like raked it off into the car. I was so mad. That's the stupidest thing ever. I said, you guys, I just went off on them. I said, I know you don't like make policy, but I'm telling you, like, tell your manager that your Goodwill sucks and this region Goodwill sucks. So I just raked my stuff off in the cart, and I said, let me tell you, I'm pushing the cart across the parking lot. I'm loading the stuff up. I said, and I'm not bringing the cart back.
Wow. That's crazy. Goodwill's getting crazy around us as far as for hats, because I think a lot of people know that like there's good money in hats now, and so good. And I know they watch these sort of videos and stuff like that. But yeah, man, they've been pricing hats up like, you know, in that $5 range now, man, for hats. It's like getting crazy. You know, or you used to be able to scoop hats up for $1. You know, it was getting like $1.88, $1.99, and now I'm seeing them like for $4.88, $4.99 for hats. And I'm like, my God, this is getting crazy.
And they're ignorant. They don't even know. I'm not bringing a lot of negativity, but they don't even know what's a good hat.
Right,
you know?
right.
It's like
pretty much anything that's like in my area, like anything that's a team hat, like actually, like I thrifted this. This is a Cubs hat. I actually thrifted this at my local Goodwill, but I just liked it. It was a cool hat. But yeah, I mean, you know, like normally like a hat like this would be a $5 hat now. Anything with a team on it by any means is almost always now a $5 hat. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's terrible. You know, and if it's
Savers is bad.
Really? Yeah, see, I don't have I got to go about an hour and a half, I think, at least to get to the nearest Savers. So unless it's a half off day, it's not even worth my time because their prices are horrible.
They are.
But they have good quality stuff. So I guess it's one of those things you got to kind of weigh out getting good quality versus cost. So it's, you know.
The mother's mustache is laughing at me. No, it's true. Like I made a video about it, and like the video was 10 minutes long, and literally it was a rant from like the 4-minute mark on. I just couldn't get over it. I was like, how in the world do you go? It's like, it ain't like you're shopping at Aldi's where it's like, you know, you got to bring your own bags, but congratulations, you're getting a deal.
Right.
No, we're going to charge you top dollar for this garbage. And we're going to use environmentalism as the guise of, well, we're tired of putting bags out. And there's trash blowing all over the parking lot. I'm like, look at these people. They really look like they care a lot about the environment. They got receipts and cigarette butts and everything else laying all over the parking lot.
Yeah, Ansley, Mother's Mustache says, yeah, they used to throw 10 to 15 hats in a big clear bag for $2.99. It's like, yeah, where were those? Yeah, where are them days at, man?
I was talking to a guy about hats the other day because he said that he was cleaning out his dad's stuff, and we got talking about stuff. I said, you'll never guess. I said, one of the things that I sell, that the biggest sleeper out there anymore is old trucker hats, old farmer hats. And he
Yeah.
goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Some of them old farm hats
The
still sell
farm
for
hats,
200."
yeah, the old farm
Yeah.
hats are actually real. I got a buddy who's just sold like 3 old was it Pioneer? It's a green yeah, I think there were 3 Pioneer snapback hats. He got almost like $40 a piece for these hats. And I was like, the Pioneer like seed corn. They're nothing crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got really good money out of them.
Yeah, he said he goes, "Man," he goes, "I threw away." He goes, "I threw away hundreds of them. My grandfather's collection." He goes, "We didn't think anybody'd want them, and I
Right.
could have just passed out." I said, "Do you realize that you probably threw away a decent used car?" And I said, "I'm not even lying." I said, "If you start looking at the prices of some of these hats, like here's a auction here for 47 trucker hats here. Ryan and Sharon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look at those sort of things all the time because I'm always like hoping I can like scoop one of those up or something like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like a big lot. I look at them on Poshmark. I kind of look at them all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Here's a lot of 47 for 800. Here's a lot of 52. They wanted 1,000 but took a best offer. But here's let's get into some of the individual hats here. Here's a vintage mesh snapback MFA trucker farm style hat. They wanted $250 for that bad boy.
Isn't that ridiculous?
It is, but here's a $174 for this vintage John Deere hat.
Yep.
I have a
It's just
John Deere
insane.
hat right now that's I have up for 100. I think 175.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Look at this.
my best hat sale was actually we'll call it a hat, but it was basically it was called a pith helmet. And yeah, that went for like around 104 in that 120, $140 range. But it was basically kind of like safari type of helmets. It's like from the 60s. You know, it was just a really, really awesome. Yeah. And I've had a few hats, you know, that are, you know, that have sold in the, you know, $70 range. I know I just had a and I think that's on my Instagram as well. I had a Dale Earnhardt, a vintage Dale Earnhardt Wrangler hat. And I think that went for around 75, $80. But I bundled it with a Dale Earnhardt Wrangler car, and Wrangler was the first, basically his first sponsor before he got, you know, from driving for the Goodrich. So, you know, that stuff. But I just happened to be at a garage sale, and I just picked up these. I bought this big vintage hat lot at a garage sale earlier in the year, and I hadn't got anything done with it yet. And then I happened to be at another sale, and this guy had all these like old, you know, little, you know, die-cast NASCARs that were on cards, and I was like, you know, and I just happened to see that, and I was like, oh, perfect. I'm like, that'll go. You know what? I can bundle that with that hat, and I go, you know, this thing is costing me $1.50. I got, you know, $2 into this hat. I've got $3, and yeah, you know, I mean, I turned that into like 75 or $80, and they were still light enough. It shipped first class. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, that was really cool. And then there was like an Earnhardt Olympic Series hat. So like they did a car that was based on like I think it was like maybe like the '96 Olympics or one of the and the guy also had that sale where I got the diecast car. He also had an Olympic diecast car, so I scooped that up as well, and I've got that bundled with a hat, and I think I've got that in that, you know, $70 range or something like that. So yeah, I'm hoping that goes here before long.
I contacted.
Love hats.
Yep.
I contacted my local cap company, Cap America, and they have somebody that buys out their truckloads, but they said that they've got all the loads bought up between now and 2019. But if I'm interested, they gave me the email of the guy who runs that part of their company. But what I think I'm going to do is just try to get a hold of some people that actually work there and just have them look out for some cool hats for me and buy them from them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I would love to be able to get my foot in the door there and be able to buy some of those hats. They sell them by the truckload, I guess. But I'm going to start working on that and try to get into into that. And that's a big tip. If you guys live in an area that's industrial, start looking at some of the manufacturing companies and just look for them on social media and message them. Be like, hey, if they do books, what do you do with the books that are overruns or maybe use the wrong color ink? What do you guys do with those? A lot of times they wholesale those out, or they dump them out, like the cap company. If they make hats and they were supposed to use pink thread and they accidentally use black thread or something like that,
something
yeah, so they can't sell those. Or they'll have caps that they'll do 1 or 2 caps. Super Bowl, NFL will contact this company and they'll be like, make us some caps.
Right.
And let us.
And occasionally, like, I'll run across samples as well.
Yeah, samples. That's exactly what it is.
Like literally, like it'll say right inside sample. I just sold a Disney sample hat. It was all like Sherpa line. It was like a regular baseball, like it was like a corduroy baseball cap. It had like a Mickey Mouse embroidered on it, but it was like Sherpa lined on the inside of the hat. I mean, it was like that's weird that like it doesn't have like flaps or something else, but it was just, you know, just totally different. But I was like, well, it's a sample, so it's obviously got to be super rare, you know what I mean? But pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty rare, because they've only made a couple of them. In the grand scheme of things, I had some hats that were from the NFL that were just one of a kind, and I wore them like an idiot. But you know.
Right.
But honestly, if you had
that's the thing with being resellers, and I'm sure that you guys probably both do this. You guys go sourcing, you guys find cool stuff, you guys wear it once or twice, and then you put it up for sale.
If I end up wearing it, it ends up staying in my closet.
It just stays in the closet.
I mean, I'm pretty good about not doing it. Because like for me, like I don't need like a crazy expensive wardrobe because I work from. Right, like most of the time, I'm in a pair of basketball shorts and a t-shirt, listing crap. But I do have to put something on that's a little bit more appropriate for YouTube. But yeah. Usually, if it ends up in my closet, I just keep it. That's typically the way that goes.
That's funny.
But I usually you know, the way I do it for taxes, I just like buy it for myself at cost, and you know, kind of do it that way. Because I usually. You know,
Hickory Springs, you're on Posh. I think I follow you on Poshmark. I'm pretty sure I follow your closet on Poshmark. Cleaning my storage units. I'm searching for. I was just kind of curious. So, if you're still listening, Hickory Springs, have you tried the new that new feature that just rolled out this week, the sharing to Instagram? I'm just kind of curious how that works. I haven't seen anybody do anything on that yet. I was kind of hoping she was going to pop in here, but she said she was in her jammies. Yeah, I have
just got a new sub, Larry something or other. It was backwards, so if you're in the chat, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, on your OBS, it shows up backwards.
Yeah, because
I would assume it's probably Larry Lafferty, probably. I think it's Larry Lafferty, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I just looked up. I had to click over.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, I see him in the chats every once in a while. Yeah, I think he's been kind of hanging out here with us most of the evening.
Yeah, Larry's a good guy. He comments on a lot of my videos.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I love people who comment because I reply to everybody that comments.
Yeah.
Until I get huge like Scott, get that one viral video and like you can't comment to everything, but
right.
I could imagine how hard that would be for him.
Right. Yeah. Now, when you guys started with like you know, following people and you people were doing shows like these, did you guys jump in right away, or did you always just kind of hang back for a long time and then you're like, and finally it was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna start chiming in, because there's a lot of people, I mean, like I said, right now we've got 40 people watching this and probably only 8 people that comment, I mean, and I'm totally cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand it. I'm totally cool with you guys that listen and watch and stuff like that. But I definitely love hearing from people and new people and meeting the new people. So either way is great, but yeah, I was just kind of curious. Did you guys used to do that a lot, or did you just jump right in right away?
Do a wait to venture thing. If you're a lurker in the chat and you don't never chat, just type 1.
Oh yeah, right. I think he does that for activity. You know what I'm saying? Because like the more active your thing is, I think you get a little push. Right?
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
show and people type in the live show, that counts as a comment toward your interactions on YouTube.
Okay. See, and I think there's a lot of people that do that. They try to get you to which is and that's cool. Hickory Springs one. Hey, there we go, Lisa Watson. There you go. We got.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for commenting. That's awesome.
Yeah,
we appreciate.
Awesome. Yeah, I love seeing new names, because that way when I go to somebody else's show that does this way more often than I do, then you start recognizing names, or occasionally like I said, you recognize it somewhere else as well. I mean, because a lot of people use like their handles on, we'll just say Poshmark or Etsy or what have you, or even on Instagram and stuff like that. Just like, hey, wait a minute, I recognize that name, so it's like, hey, I'm going to follow them, or I'm going to subscribe to them on on Instagram or Poshmark or whatever. But yeah, awesome.
When I see people that are funny and then they're funny in chat, I always go check and see if they have a channel, because I love.
I run them up. Just said, oh, so the more smartass comments I make, the better. Awesome. Hey, Diane. Awesome.
Yeah, you want to. Somebody said that. I think it was Scott that said that he's good at pulling, or Shane that said he's good at pulling out the lurkers. And I want to see. I want for you people that are lurking. I understand. I'm kind of introverted.
Santa. Hey, hey, awesome. How you doing, Thrifty Santa? Awesome.
It's fun to have you guys interact with us while we're chatting. Don't be shy. There's nothing wrong. We're all friends here.
Yeah, definitely. I always, at least if I pop, if I'm watching someone show, I always at least try to say hey or howdy. I mean, just at least. I think that's almost like, isn't it kind of almost like the etiquette now almost anymore? Is like, if you join it, at least say hello, and then you don't have to comment anymore after that, but at least kind of say hello. Hey, there's PGH Picks. Awesome.
Yeah, I typically, like back in the day, I would typically, like on the 6-pack shows, I was pretty active in the comments, like chat and whatnot. But like a lot of times I would watch it on my TV, and I didn't feel like pulling out the chat on my phone, so I would just have it on like in my man cave while I was doing something else, and then if I was doing that, if I was watching on TV,
yeah, it was me. No, nothing exciting. Just a Pokemon. I just sold Pokemon Moon. Nothing crazy for the 3DS. Nothing crazy.
Is that like $25-$30 shipped?
Shit, wish about 15, 16. Nothing crazy. And the bad thing is I kind of paid up for it, so I really didn't make nothing on it. It just happened to be, I happened to see it, and it was at my local. It went half off one day, and it was still sitting there, and I was like, what is that? And I'm like going, man, I know this will sell, especially right now. I was like, I'll pay up for it. And I'm like, I'm not going to make a lot, but I was like, I know it'll probably sell within a week or two. So, yeah.
I'll take it.
What's that?
I said, I'm so jealous. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you. That was kind of rude. But Thrifty Santa said he's waiting for the snow. And I'm like, God, I wish we were getting snow.
I hate snow. I live in Illinois. I hate snow.
It's probably because of IDOT or whatever.
Yeah, our IDOT is horrible.
Yeah.
John, you can fly out here and shovel mine. We're getting snow tomorrow. You can fly out here tonight and shovel it if you miss it so much.
I know. If I fly out there, I ain't shoveling nothing.
I can give you room and board.
You're getting 7 inches. That's perfect. That's just not too much to keep you from going places, but
Oh, here in Virginia, that is like grade A, like state of emergency. 7 inches is like our governor like getting state of emergency issue, dude.
Funny.
7 inches cuts things down here.
Yeah, shoot. The other day we had, I think it was like between 8 and 12 inches. They pulled the plows off IDOT pulled the plows off the road. So that's our, off the interstates, off everything. And where I work, our general manager was like, well, weather is not an excuse. We had like over 100 call-offs at where I work. And the general manager was like, weather is not a reason to call off work. We're like, dude, they pulled the equipment that removes the potential hazard off the road. Are you serious? I go, you know how bad that is when they pulled that equipment off? But I was just like, I don't get this guy at all. They just don't care.
I tell you, those days. Yeah, I don't miss those days, man. It's one thing I love about working for myself.
I know. Believe me. Like I said, once I get this kid's college paid for, I mean, last year I made more online than what I did at my current job. You know, so I know I can do this.
Yeah, imagine if you did it full time.
Yeah, it's just, you know, God, and if I had that extra 40 to almost 50 hours a week, you know what I'm saying, to devote to just doing, you know, my reselling and stuff, I couldn't even imagine where I can take this. You know what I'm saying?
How you could grow your YouTube, Andy. Like, I mean, you know, you could make YouTube a decent part of your monthly income too.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and I would be home and I could do something kind of along the lines of what you do, but obviously, you know, I mean, I don't want to step on your toes or nobody else's toes. And like I said, you know, nobody's really doing anything on a Saturday right now. And this, I'm sure, is not going to be any sort of a regular thing. But you know what? For right now, while there's nothing going on, if my wife's working or doing what have you, I love hanging out with people. I really do. And what the heck? I'm an outdoors sort of guy. I love to be outdoors. But when it's, you know, I think today, right now, it's probably, it's 27 degrees right now. Not going to be outside. So,
No,
you know what I'm saying? You know, so it's I'm stuck in the house. I get really claustrophobic. I don't want to say claustrophobic, but I'm just one of those people. I need sunshine and I need it to be nice out. And like my wife and I, we kind of fight a lot. Like when the lottery gets up there really good, you know, we'll actually play the lottery. And I told her, I go, you realize we're getting divorced? I go, if we win the lottery, because I go, I want to go someplace coastal, someplace nice, someplace warm, and she wants to stay right here because this is where our grandkids are at, our family's at. But it's like, you know, I go, we'll be able to, they can come visit. We can build them a home. We can do whatever. But, you know, it's just like, I want to go someplace. You know what I'm saying? I love to be outside.
Yeah. So, let's see. I haven't looked at the chat in a minute. Any more questions in there?
No. Sorry, guys.
Somebody wants to know.
Mom is calling again. Hang tight.
Somebody wants to know, what size mannequins do you use for clothing, men and women's? Medium, large?
What size?
Mannequin.
Oh, I mean, do you use mannequins, John?
No.
Okay, then I'll answer it. I use here, I'll bring them over. Hold on. This is my male one. This is a clothing form, and this works really well for me. It's a freestanding clothing form. And I got these off of Amazon. If you go to my channel, I do have affiliate links with these guys listed. It's the exact ones that I have. I have a male and a female. So, but I mean, there's tons of options. I just like to have the ones that are freestanding because I do everything standing up, so it just works better for me. And they're adjustable with the height, so you can make them shorter or taller.
Yeah, I've got like the tabletop type. I really like those, but yeah, the freestanding ones are really nice because those would be so much nicer for like doing like jackets, like, you know what I'm saying? The longer, like when you get like trench coats, like I hate having to try to do like a trench coat or that's, you know, like just the long, you know, especially like you find good women's jackets or coats, they're a lot harder to do on the counter type. But you know, for doing basically just shirts and stuff like that, the counter height ones are really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I love your setup though, where everything's pretty ergonomic, where it's all standing. It's something maybe, you know, at some point I may rework some of my stuff to make it where all of it's all set up for stand. I mean, you know, I stand for a lot of this stuff anyway, but there are a few things that I am bent over more than I like. And, you know, it probably doesn't help. I'm 6'5". So, you know, I mean, I'm a pretty tall dude. So, you know, I mean, yeah. Yeah, right.
My wife, I think, is a little bit taller than me, honestly.
Wow. So she can't wear heels when she's around you, right?
No, she cannot wear heels, or she looks like I'm married to a transvestite.
Whoa. Your wife is definitely not. You know, I've seen pictures of your wife. Your wife is definitely not a transvestite.
If she was, it'd make you question your sexuality. You're like, what?
That's funny.
She does not look like a man in a dress.
No, she doesn't. But it's just a joke we have.
Yeah.
I don't care one way or the other. But she feels like she looks like a dude if she wears heels. I think when she was younger, we have a place called Godfrey's down in Richmond in the city, and it's a gay bar. And back before we were together or whatever, she went there one time and she was wearing heels, and they one of the dudes in drag mistaked her for another drag queen. So
That is funny. Yeah, that'll stick with you.
Yeah.
Michelle Latham
But
said that
some
she's
of those
got
guys,
male
man,
and
they get dolled up. Can't tell.
Michelle Latham said she's got male and female Under Armour mannequins, or modeled after Under Armour. Where did you find those at, Michelle? Those sound cool.
Michelle, if you can, send me a picture of those on Instagram or
Yeah,
Facebook.
those actually sound like really, really cool.
Yeah, I would love to see those.
Okay, so I got a question for you guys, because John, I know you sell a little bit of clothes, but I don't know, maybe John just dipped out. Do you name your? Okay, do you name your mannequin? I've heard like a million of these people name their mannequins. Do you guys have names for your mannequins? Need to know.
I don't.
I sold my mannequin. He had a better body than me, so he had to go.
He had to go. You got jealous of your mannequin?
Yeah, I actually gave him to a guy. Put him in my booth, and I couldn't sell him. And then I ended up giving him to a guy, and then like the guy got mad at me for no reason and unfriended me on Facebook. I'm like, should have kept him in my booth. That's what I get.
That's funny.
That's the story of my life. But he was a nice mannequin. He was on wheels, and he was. And then I had a mannequin that was like a bigger female mannequin. But I was like, man, I'd have to have 7 mannequins in my house to make it look right. So what I do now is I have a room divider, and it's made out of wood. So I just like open it up, and then I hang a hanger and put the clothes on it. And that's good enough for me for the amount of clothes that I sell. I don't need a mannequin.
Question for you, John.
Yeah. I just read that. Yeah, Thrifty Santa. Okay, so yeah, what he's referring to is on Poshmark in my closet. I do something basically like on my eBay photos. I kind of, you guys have seen a lot of my stuff. I do the picture-in-picture on my lead photos, but on Poshmark, I actually put the brand up in the top corner. And he asked how I do that. And honestly, that's the same how I do the picture-in-picture. I use a program called PicMonkey. It's an online photo editor. I think it does have a fee, but there are a lot of free features on it as well. So I'm not sure which ones you pay for, which ones you don't. I do pay for the full thing because I use a lot. I use it a lot. But anyway, just go to pickmonkey.com. I'm not affiliated with it in any way, shape, or form. And then you can just what I do and how I do it on mine is I will go to like Google search, and I will just type in like if I want we'll just say I want a Nike logo, and I want to put that on like a Nike shirt or like an image for Nike shirt. I just type in Nike. I type in Nike logo, like Nike logo, and then I'll use PNG. PNGs are basically like the backgrounds have been removed from the image, so it'll be just the actual like logo or whatever the image is. So it's, most all the PNG files won't have a background. So like when you click on it, it'll have like it'll look like it'll have like the logo, and then it'll be like white and gray checked. Like it'll show up like white and gray checked. But when you bring it into your photo editor, you won't see any sort of background at all. So, but hang on here. I lost my thing here. Oh, my window popped out. There we go. But anyway, yeah. So I just use PNG files, and I import those with the PicMonkey. So I'll load whatever photo it is I want to add that picture to, and there's an option underneath there. I think it says Add Image or Insert Graphic, and then you just pick it from your area, and I'll just take and add it to my photo. So I can, if there's some other time we're on here or whatever, I can do a screen share and show you how to do it. It's super easy to do. There we go. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully that helps you. Yeah. I kind of I have a really Thrifty saying I have a really old video on my channel. I mean, it's like well over a year old. It's not the greatest. Honestly, it'll give you a really good idea of how I do my photos. It'll show you the two pieces of software I use. Like I said, it's about a year and a half old. I do things similar, but not 100% the same way. If you go to my channel and just click on the how-to section, it'll say how to get bright white backgrounds, something like that. I'll show you actually kind of like my whole listing process. And like I said, this video is pretty old, so you'll have to just kind of bear with it, but you get about halfway through it. It shows you the two pieces of software I use. I use another program called Clipping Magic. It's another online photo editor, and that's the one that I use to pop my backgrounds and make the super white backgrounds. You can make any color background you want with this program. I do need to make a more updated video. I've been putting it off. I get a million requests. Honest to God, guys, I get a ton of requests to do this sort of video. But when I do it, I want to do it justice. So I don't want to just slap this video together because I do get so many requests on it, and a lot of people, and I know that it will get referred a lot. But it's just how I do it, and I want to do a really, really good job on it. So I haven't just gotten around to doing it yet. And obviously with the holidays coming, and I've just had a lot of other stuff going on. Obviously I could have probably done it today instead of hanging out with you guys, but I'd rather hang out with you guys. So yeah, definitely. Hey, Glenn. Yeah, I'll send you the. Oh, there's a Hangout. There's a Hangout link, Glenn, if you want it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here real quick.
Holy crap, we've been on 4 hours now.
Has it really been that long? Yeah, my wife's the boss has called me like 3 times, and she's like, "Hey," she goes, "Are you still doing your thing?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, you're not here." She's like, "Hey, you need to get down here." So. Yeah, I've already been paged a couple times, so oh. Andy, it's because your pictures are fantastic. Yeah, thank you, Mother's Mustache. I appreciate that. They're good. They're still not where 100% where I would like them to be, and I would like to be able to do them a lot quicker than when I do them. Getting a background. I use that brick wall background. That's really helped a lot, and with my lighting that helps a lot. But it's great for doing small stuff. I get really, really good photos doing that, and that's really saved a lot of time. But for still doing my big clothing pictures, I would like to find something where I could do that a lot quicker. Wade has a great setup. I kind of don't really have the room to do that. Plus, I think he has a little better lighting. I really like how Wade's Wade Adventures setup is for doing his things, because yeah, that would save on time so much. I do spend a little more time than I probably should on editing photos, and but like I said, for me, it does kind of work out. This isn't my full-time gig, so it is what it is. But oh, the truth says don't leave until you answer my question. Oh, truth, I missed your question. Let me scroll up. So I'm just learning how to talk to myself harder. Let's hang on, truth. I'm gonna scroll up and see what I'm sorry I missed you, buddy. Truth, keep it going. I'm listing line. Hey, well, at least the truth is this. Okay, truth. Okay, I've completely missed your question here, truth. Re-ask your question. I'm paying attention now. So we both must have Justice said we both must have missed your question here, bud. So yeah, go ahead and re-ask your question. We're both paying attention. 30 sentences, link to the PicMonkey app. There you go. Yeah, now I do not use the app. I use it only on the PC. The app is a lot more difficult to use. I mean, I'm sure it will probably work as well, but I do not use the app for PicMonkey. I only use the online PC version. The truth said he'll keep the questions coming just to keep us on air. I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking of a question, just trying to keep you on as well while I list. Yeah, it sounds like you're getting a lot of work done, bud. Give me an hour so I can think of a question.
Hey, Andy, I just got an offer on a pair of boots I got on Poshmark. I got them at $179. They offered me $110 for them. but they're like brand new in a box. But you know, they've been on there, I guess, maybe like a month.
Uh-huh.
I'm debating whether it takes 110 or maybe it should offer like 120. You know what?
What I mean, what'd you get for him?
I haven't. Oh, he offered me 110, but you know, I was like 3 minutes ago.
Right.
What did you? What
No,
did you?
25
what did you pay for them, Glenn?
25.
I mean, you're potentially making on Poshmark, you're gonna make $80 on them.
You know, less than 20. You know, like I said, less than 20%, which is 35.
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah. Like I said, yeah. I mean, you're gonna actually walk away with about $80 if you take that offer. So,
Right.
it's how long have you had them?
About a month on there.
Yeah. Me, I'd probably take it.
Yeah, that's what I'm debating.
You can always count. I mean, you could always counter them.
Yeah, I can go counter maybe like 120. And if you guys go back, I can always go back to 110.
Yeah, counter them almost to where you're actually going to walk away with almost 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, or you know, you can always counter them. That's one thing nice with Poshmark. You can always at least, man, I've had so many incredibly lowball offers on Poshmark this week. It has been, I've only had 2 sales over there this week. They were both good sales. I mean, they were both $40 sales. So I'm still maintaining my $40 average on Poshmark. So essentially almost my last 20 sales on Poshmark all have been at least a $40 sale, is for an average, which is amazing. I mean, I would love to have $40 sales average on eBay all day long. That would be awesome. But yeah, I have had a ton. I mean, I've had like $80 and $90 coats that I'm getting like $15 offers.
There's a picture of them.
Really? Oh yeah, them are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they had like $30 on it, and she said, so what's the lowest you take on the boots? And I didn't offer nothing. So well, you make a number. And I really don't. 20.
Right.
You know? And then she said 25. I said sold.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
At least with Poshmark, it tells you how much money you get. You know, it tells you earnings. After you even counter offer, it says your earnings will be this.
Right. Oh.
I was surprised when y'all were still in here. Hey, I've been going. I left the shop at 4 o'clock.
We've been going for a little while.
This is the
Since
marathon.
what, 2 o'clock Central Time?
Is John muted, or do I got John muted, or
Yeah, John's muted.
okay?
I'm listening. I just muted myself.
Okay. I was like, I see, and it's like, oh shit. I go, did I get him, or I go, is he muted himself? So
I got 2 kids screaming in the background playing video games, and so it's just fair to.
Are they playing?
No, they're playing Block City Wars.
What is it?
It's called Block City Wars.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
It's maybe a counter offer. Let's see what the counter offer is now. Let me go back.
Well, so at least they must be right there. Yeah, usually so it's got to wait on there.
It'd be bad if somebody in the show.
If you tried to get on Poshmark yet, Justin?
No, I'm gonna.
You're just like, I'm not messing with that. You need to get on there, dude. You really need to get on there. You've got good stuff, and I know it would do well over there.
Yeah, come January, I'm gonna do it. That's part of my reseller resolutions, right?
There you go. Yeah, I'm actually trying to use. I'm actually trying to use for next year. Well, even like this year, but I'm just kind of gonna let it probably ride. But I'm actually gonna try and use Poshmark as my tax money. So I'm just gonna kind of just let that just go, and just let all my Poshmark sales just kind of build up, and that'll be my money for taxes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping I can just kind of just have that just set as just a savings account. You know what I'm saying?
We're supposed to pay taxes, Andy?
What's that?
We're supposed to pay taxes?
Yeah, right.
If you don't have any kids, you do.
Yeah, right.
That's the number one reason. That's the benefit of having children.
Can I claim the cats?
Oh, I know.
Who knows? With the way the world's going in 5 years, probably.
Yeah.
Something else. So.
Yeah, I run a mug. So the other, I gotta get looking into Macari more too, because man, there's been a lot of people. There's been more people post about Macari. Yeah, that it's gonna be pretty decent. So. But it's just going to be harder for me, I think, to start keeping track of 3 platforms with all the same stuff on, because I'm just one of them guys that I know if I put it on one, it's going on all 3. or it's going on all 4. I'm not going to just do, well, these items are for eBay and these items are for Macari and these items are for, no, I want to, I don't care. I just want all the eyes on all my stuff. I don't care where they run across my stuff. I just want all the eyes on it. I don't, you know.
Like if it sells on eBay, if it sells on another platform, but then it sells on eBay before you can take it down, just ship it on eBay and cancel it on another platform, because eBay is the only site right now that's going to ding you.
Exactly. Yep. And I've had that. I've actually run into that situation twice where I've sold an item on both platforms almost simultaneously, and I've had to cancel the Poshmark one both times because it's like, I'll be danged if I'm going to take and cancel my eBay one and take it for, you know, Poshmark really don't care. So I mean, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, I'm not gonna try and damage my eBay account over, you know, because I'm just, my volume on eBay versus my volume on Poshmark are 2 completely different things. Brian the Oak Brick Picker just popped in. He goes, "You guys are still on?" Yeah, we have. Yeah, actually, my wife just messaged me again, and she's like, "Hey, are you coming down here?" So yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here. But yeah, possibly. I mean, if you guys want to hang out tomorrow, or you guys want to do whatever, yeah, just get a hold of me and let me know. Lauren's been she's been messaging me too. She's like, "Hey," she goes, "Can we just do this tomorrow?" She's having issues with her stuff, so I know I'll be free tomorrow. So
Andy, we can do it on your channel, my channel. We do it on Lauren's channel. I really don't care. Just let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty free. I don't need to be a channel hog by any means. I'm not that guy. So yeah, I mean, I have no problem spreading the love, or you know, if someone else wants to, you know, do it. But yeah, I mean, I love hanging out with y'all. So that's not a big deal. But yeah, if you guys want to hang out, that's cool. And if you guys got other stuff going on, that's cool as well. So we can figure out something. Not a big deal.
Spring says she's gonna come on with us tomorrow.
Oh, she will. Oh, that'd be awesome. Great. So yeah,
I don't know what next time was, but next time's tomorrow, so be ready.
Sweet, yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, we might have to, like I said, we might have to get a separate little thing going for people to pop on here. Like I said, I mean, everybody's welcome on here. If you guys doing this stuff, I'm not one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I love meeting new people, love chatting with new people, hanging out, you know, picking people's brains and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, if you want to come on here, you got something you guys want to say that's constructive, you know what I'm saying, and positive, you know, I mean, you know, I'm all cool with that. So definitely I like hanging out and, you know, being with those sort of people. So
you know, a lot of time, man, if you can, send it through Facebook instead of on the side, because you get, if a troll gets to it. I was going to show one time like that. I don't remember Chris Corral.
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You remember
I
that?
Totally remember that. Yeah, that's been a while ago. Well, and you know, I got some really good mods in here, and I know all you guys are all mods, and you know, Brian's in here. Brian's real quick on the trigger. I know there's a couple other people that, you know, you guys see it, because a lot of times I don't pay attention to the chat as close as I should. You know, because I just start talking, or I'm kind of.
Some people see it quicker than others.
Exactly. Well, and I think it might have something to do with the lag. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of lag here or there, but you know, it's all good. So. Well,
I swear, David, it seemed like Carpet Picker was seeing them before anybody else. Because I mean, I've seen it like delete. And I said, I didn't even see the message.
I didn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, it could have something to do with the lag, or you know, maybe just how it's getting to him before it's. You know, I don't know how it bounces from server to server, but. Brian Oakbrook Picker said he's in between soccer games, so maybe he'll pop on tomorrow. That'd be awesome, Brian, if you pop in. I'm always throwing an invite out to that guy. I'm trying to get his mug on here once in a while, but he'll probably just hide behind a microphone. But yeah, Brian's a good dude. You know, I don't know if you guys. I know you've met Brian, right, Glenn?
Yeah, I met him at the
at the
meetup, and what you call it.
Right. Yeah, so I don't. You probably haven't met him though, but you probably always see him in the chat, right, Justin?
Yeah, I've never got to meet him. But
yeah, Brian's a good dude. Brian and I actually we went thrifting. We got to meet up and went thrifting once, and we had a lot of fun. Brian's a really good dude. So and he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. So I want to get up to his neck of the woods, because he lives up in the burbs in the good suburbs of Chicago. So like I said, he's about an hour and a half probably from where I live, but he lives in the good part of Illinois, where all the money's at. So. I've been wanting to go with him, but now it's kind of getting a little crappy. But he's taking some of his little honey holes and stuff like that. So that'd be pretty fun. Definitely, Brian. Awesome. Hey, Reseller Rob's back. Yeah, we're still on, Rob. Hey, we were just talking about you too just a little bit ago. All good stuff. Yep, all good stuff. Just described to Mike and Justin. Awesome. Already and on Lauren and Glenn's. Awesome, Nathan. Yeah. RV flips. Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, hey, it's yeah, we've been on here. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe, guys, we've been on here 4 hours.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan.
How did we have that much stuff to say? How do we have that much stuff to say in 4 hours? Did we really say anything in 4 hours?
Call is hanging out.
There you go. Yeah, I did see a couple of people make comments. Is like going, "Are you guys actually working?" Like Justin was working and Mike was working. I don't think me and John have done anything. I don't think Glenn's done anything. But yeah,
I did a little bit at when I was at work. Well, I'm at home now. You can see my desk shelving behind me and all my stuff on the list.
Nice. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, we're kind of batting around a little bit. We may do this again tomorrow. We may hang out with you guys tomorrow for a little bit. Like I said, we don't want to step on anyone who does Sunday shows and stuff like that. So, yeah. So it may be a little early. We'll just see what's going on. If we pop in, we pop in. If not, definitely make sure you guys check out Justin's channel on Monday. Because you usually go. Do you go live at the same time every time on during the week, Justin?
7:15, 7:30 at the latest. Monday through Friday, I try to do it.
Awesome. So yeah, if anything, at least you know, if we don't do anything tomorrow, at least make sure you guys are on Justin's channel on Monday. So hopefully I'll be there, but I don't know if the wife's going to drag me out to do something. I know that she's already making plans for me, so we'll see what happens. But
well, Dwayne's about to have a show in an hour. He's going to have his show at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah, but I definitely don't want to step on his toes. And Scott does a show tonight too, so that'll be a little bit. I think they do theirs around 9 though.
They did theirs.
Well, they usually do a Friday. They do a Friday and a Saturday though, don't they?
Or Sunday. Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because they took the Reseller 6-pack slot, I think. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, like I said, it's been 4 hours. I'm gonna get out here. Well, thank everybody who's popped in and joined us tonight. Thank all you guys for hanging out with us. Man, you guys are all awesome. Man, that's awesome. That you guys all would hang out this long. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun. We'll definitely do it again, guys. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye bye.
See everybody. Thanks, man.
Bye.